So I said to the guy, how many times is that?
So we're streaming on your end. I still have to turn mine on manually. Preview player, hit play. Of course, error occurred.
Hey, wait, what was that? I feel enormous sitting here.
Okay.
I think you find the most dramatic music ever.
I love this music. This was really good for October.
Yeah, it would be fitting for October.
Might turn it.
Constantly looking behind me.
Turn it down a little. I'm gonna go pee while this timer completes. I'll be back.
Just take us with you.
Oh God! Chicken.
I don't even know what's happening. Oh. Carry on, my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. That is an awesome Alabama song.
Get a couple bottle of waters here.
Should you bother eating? No,
Hello?
definitely not. I definitely wouldn't do that.
Wanna do what?
I know it's Kansas. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, you're interacting with your peeps.
Well, you left me, so I kind of had to.
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls, but all you ever did was wreck me.
Well, let me read the lyrics from the poet and man before his time, Lil Wayne. Let me pull it up here.
To quote the gangster rapper Will Smith, that was on that Sacha Baron Cohen show.
I will now do a dramatic reading of Lil Wayne's "Going In." Yeah. Hello, motherfucker. Hey. Hi. How you doing? It's Wheezy F, baby. And I've come to take a shit in urine. In the toilet bowl, bitches. Pussy ass. Beep. Stomping on this beat like a motherfucking Sigma. Bad to the bristle. Hat to the rizzle. I'm so official. All I need is a whistle. Bitch named Crystal. Let her suck my pistol. She opened up her mouth. And I blew her brains out. You ain't met up like me. You probably never will. Riders rolling with me like 11 wheels. Find out where you living. Kill you in the kitchen. The Fed's trying to clip us, but we ain't even tripping.
Loved it. Loved everything about it.
So deep. So deep.
I liked the time Lil Wayne was all like,
And going around kissing the Birdman. You seen that?
No.
There's pictures of him because the Birdman is like his role model in rap, and there's so many pictures of him. That's how when they greet each other, like where we would like maybe hug or do the handshake thing where you hug each other with a handshake.
Yeah.
Thing. They kiss each other, like literally kiss each other.
Christy is trying to do both of our live chats at the same time. You live chat slut.
I am disappointed.
Chatting those words all over town.
Kyle is my make-believe boyfriend. I thought I really was. I can't do the show now, Jimmy.
I don't hear your thing playing.
I don't either.
But mine worked fine.
Yeah, I believe that was on purpose. Sabotage.
Hang on, okay. We'll do it again. Let's
okay.
Let's do this right.
Just
Audio. No, we're doing it. Here we go. Do you hear it? But it still played mine twice. That was an automatic trigger. Sorry. Welcome one, welcome all. Also, who is it in my live chat that's getting themselves banned? Someone got banned. Oh man, you must have really pissed somebody off. Yeah.
I just got started.
I know. This we're off to a very fun start. Kyle, what are we doing here?
I was hoping that you had that because you just said, "Hey, Kyle, you want to get on this stream and fill in a little bit and see how it goes?" So
we met 2 hours ago. If you remember, you said, "Hey, should we meet up in about half an hour?" That was like 2.5 hours ago, and figure this thing out. And we did not figure this thing out at all.
All it was just me sitting here listening to you talk to yourself and the sound of your own voice. This guys. If you thought that he was a narcissist before, he literally recorded himself. I think
tomorrow for lunch, I'll probably make like some kind of turkey sandwich.
It's bizarre.
I want mozzarella sticks, though. Mozzarella sticks would be good. Do you like mozzarella sticks? I think if I had to rate mozzarella sticks from a scale of 1 to 10, the best mozzarella sticks, and feel free to chime in here, Kyle, but also don't. I'd say the best ones are probably at Old Chicago. All right. Anyway, we are doing a Thanksgiving Day feed, and this one is starring not us, but you, maybe, if you want. Down in the description, there is a link to my Discord channel. Go over there, go into the YouTube chat, and if you would like to come in and speak to Kyle and I, and we're gonna talk about some stuff here in a moment, just kind of giving you guys an idea of what's about to go down. If you'd like to tell us what, as an atheist, you are thankful for. And to tell you the truth, Kyle, you were worried there wouldn't be a dumpster fire on this. So do you want to just make it an open thing? If you want to come in and fight too, should we just let anybody in to talk to us about whatever?
Yeah.
Cool.
If you have an issue, let's fight about it. It does nothing to, try to work through and talk about it. And especially on the holidays, you've been spending the entire day with your family. You're annoyed. You had to put on that smiley face and pretend that you loved everyone that was there, even though you really didn't. So come blow off some steam here. But before we do that, Jimmy, how was your Thanksgiving?
Very uneventful. Didn't do anything. Didn't go travel to see family. So I did play some Fallout with my brother. And I got caught up on some work stuff. How was yours?
So it was good. I wanted to ask you though, because I thought about this earlier. How is it spending the holidays like today with your family, especially your family, because they're very religious? What's that like now?
So I haven't gone in a few years, and I'm not going to call out any specific individual in my family, but. Oh yeah, Ida also. I spoke with my friend Ida too, and she's wonderful. But we fuck. Okay, so what it's like dinner with my family. So a few years ago, I went with my other brother who had come out as atheist, and we were staying at my other brother's house, who was kind of on his way out, but still hadn't revealed it to the family. That year, a different sibling, I have 12 siblings, everybody, so just try and keep track, lied and said that I had said to my other atheist brother, I don't care if marijuana's going to kill me, I'm going to smoke it anyway. This is what they said I said, and they were upset because I had said it in front of their children. which is just wrong on so many levels. One, I wouldn't say that, like say it was about cocaine, but two, that would mean I didn't know. And at the time I had been smoking pot, fair enough, but it would mean that I didn't know that like pot can't kill you. So anyway, that happened and it basically caused this whole tension, and it was like, well, now at holidays we're going to pretty much have to figure out, they've put up an ultimatum of like them or you. And so from then on I just was like, no, if you're going to try and arrange something for somebody's ultimatum, I don't want to have anything to do with it. So I just stopped going to most of the holiday stuff. So that's what it's like.
Awful.
Yeah. I don't care if marijuana's going to kill me. I'm going to smoke it anyway, Kyle.
That sounds like something you totally say, though.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Totally.
it's a very educated statement. Thank you, Vandy, for the super chat. Can we take off our clothes and fight? Or can we take our clothes off and fight?
I just unbuttoned the button because somebody in the live chat said to unbutton more buttons, so that's why I was taking off. I was undressing.
I am wearing a V-neck. I can at least pull it down. Would people like? There we go. Hey, look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what you should do on this day though is I should have definitely worn those pants. You know those pants, those awful mom jean looking pants, but it has the little stretchy material on the sides.
Yeah.
You know that gives you a couple. I wish they would make those in skinny jeans. I feel like if they made those in skinny jeans for days like today, it would be fantastic because I would definitely wear those. I spent a lot of today with my top button undone, just sitting down. You know, it's like it's like a release of pressure valve. You know what I mean? It's just like
it is pretty
breathe.
nice. Yeah.
But then I went to. I'm a huge Black Friday person. I love.
Real quick,
Black Friday.
Called African American Friday now. That was very offensive. I'm just kidding, everybody.
So I still call it. It's, at least I still call it. Okay, is it? Here's a question. All right, is it still appropriate, or can you? Have we outlawed completely the word? And I'm not even sure if I can. Negro, is that something that you can't say?
I mean, certainly you can when you're talking about like the NAACP. There's definitely times you can use that word. It's also it's pronounced slightly different, but unless I'm mistaken, that's the Spanish word for black, like the color black.
Negro.
Negro, I think it is.
Negro. But see, the reason I asked that,
yeah,
the reason I asked that, it's not because obviously that I want to use that word, but I have a friend. Last year we went over to their house for Thanksgiving, and their grandmothers still used to, like, instead of saying an African American, or a black, they were saying Negro.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
I just thought that was all. I just thought that was. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe she's saying this. Why is she saying this? It's I know it used to be popular back in the the 50s, 40s, that era, but I thought we got out of that, and apparently she didn't get the memo.
So I had a person I almost married years ago, and her grandmother would say the same thing, and there was this one time where we were watching something and they came in to tell us about how they're totally cool with blacks on TV, and even one of their favorite cop dramas has a black in it. That was fun.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Thanksgiving is the time of year for family racism. Just to remember who in your family is still racist.
Oh yeah. But anyway, after I met with my family, we actually have video of me. I went to Walmart and got this. This is some footage from Walmart on Black Friday, right after they had.
Real quick, Lex pointed something out. NAACP. It's when people ask me if you're supposed to, if you can say colored people. That's what it is. NAACP says colored people. I don't know if there's still any organizations that say. They use that word in there.
Probably not.
Yeah, I just wouldn't. But anyway, Black Friday. Here we go, and then we'll get into the meat and bones of this.
This is just a short clip to show you what Walmart looks like at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day.
I want to talk about that here in a minute too. That time you just mentioned, but here we go. This is
Well,
all right. Why did it pause?
Was the end of it. It was the end of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm at the back half where the layaway section is, and in the
I have
middle
that
aisles they
shirt.
have all of these like just uh like pallets of stuff. And as soon as it hit 6 o'clock, people just were like dive bombing for this stuff. And there was like a playhouse thing that they were selling, and I literally watched as two dads were pulling like tug of war with this thing back and forth because it was the last one on that pallet, and they were getting that. Uh, they were getting that last playhouse. It's incredible. What did you want to ask about the time though?
I well, so uh, uh, I will never understand the people who go to these events. I just won't do it. I'm
Here I
staying
am.
away. What,
Understand me.
what's that?
Here I am. Understand me. Ask
I
me
don't
anything
get
that
it,
you want to
man.
know.
The first of all, I hate crowds. I hate being in crowds. I hate the intensity of like everyone's going for all this stuff. I just don't the traffic, then parking. And by the way, is anybody worse at driving than the people who go out on Black Friday? I don't think so.
Everybody in the South drives horrible anyway, so
That's
it's
true.
really hard to tell.
And I live in Denver,
Um,
which is like I think they rated it number 1 or number 2. It was definitely in the top 10 for road rage this year.
but I mean, I got a flat screen, 40-inch TV for $80. I mean, you can't beat that. Like that's totally worth standing
Was
in line and battling
was it
through
a
the crazy.
Vizio?
Is it a Vizio? No, it's a Sony.
Uh,
But no,
cool.
it's not a Vizio.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Sony's not bad. That works.
What about the time though? What bothered you about the time?
It's Thanksgiving. And so
Yeah.
somebody sent me a message, and they did say there are still a few national organizations that use that particular phrase in it, which fair enough. I'm not trying to like save you since you already said it. I only said it in Spanish. So the
Hate
it's
me.
Thanksgiving. Seriously, can we like for one day a year from midnight to midnight just not like have an actual holiday like especially Thanksgiving is
No.
secular. It's that one time, it's everybody of all religions celebrating that one time America didn't genocide the
From
Indians because the rest of the time
from
they
the guy
did.
who didn't even celebrate Thanksgiving.
I mean, I still like the day off. I didn't have to work at all. I don't know. It just seems crazy to me. Like Black
It's
Friday,
capitalism at its death, Jimmy.
Black Friday
Capitalism at its death.
in my lifetime, like when in just the lifetime of me having a car. So like what, 12 years now? In just that lifetime, I can remember Black Friday used to start at 6 a.m. on Friday morning, and now it's starting at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving. And I think there are some that are earlier. Now, I know there's a lot of food places that have been staying open, like McDonald's and Starbucks now, which Starbucks I don't really McDonald's I kind of get. Like if you're alone and you just want that reasonable thing, like the food that you can rely on, I kind of get that. But Starbucks, do we need Starbucks open
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. What do you think fuels the all night shoppers that are shopping all night long?
Um, I don't enjoy being around.
Coffee.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Well, they're not open the all night long. They're not open late. They just do like I think they even do reduced hours. And then the funny thing is, so Domino's is like of the local pizza places that deliver wings. I like their wings the most. And almost all of the Domino's around us were open today, except for the one that delivers to my house.
Of
That
course.
sucked. Yeah.
I have the same thing with Chick-fil-A. Like the time that I want Chick-fil-A the most is on Sundays.
Yeah. It's
So, but yeah, it's cool to feel that way. But I
Chick-fil-
would just just let the people who want to engage in the madness engage in the madness, and those who just want to chill and hang out with family can just chill and hang out with family.
But that's not how it is. I mean, you're at Walmart right now. There wasn't like, hey, who here would like to not work on Thanksgiving? It's given out. I worked in Sears years ago when they did a midnight. Actually, I think it might have even been 10 p.m. Thanksgiving night. Um, and this was like when I was, I think about 2021. And it wasn't like if we had wanted
Oh,
to just spend the day with our family or whatever, that wasn't
you're
a
offended
choice.
for the employees. Well, look, as cold as this might be, as cold
Just give
as
them a
this might be of me to say, I would say get a job that doesn't require you to be there on Thanksgiving.
That's all. That's entirely non-practical. And in fact, if everybody did that,
Very
we
practical.
wouldn't have a
It's very
service industry. We wouldn't have an entire retail and service industry. What's that?
It's very practical. There's countless stores that aren't open at 6 o'clock on Thanksgiving.
There,
Countless.
first of all, right now we have a semi-decent economy. Most of the time, people are just happy to have a job, and you're
Right.
telling them like, go and get a better one. I just think,
No, I didn't say better. I didn't say better. I said different.
I don't know. Hey, listen, for everyone here who works retail and just realizes how terrible Kyle is, you can head over to my channel to watch this stream, Mr. Atheist, a much better channel.
I think they would agree with me. I don't see the.
I love my
the-
retail brothers and sisters.
I didn't say I didn't love them either. I was in the service industry too, at a restaurant where we actually were open on Thanksgiving, but I didn't mind it. I was just one of those people that I didn't really mind it that much. But I didn't say better job. I said get a different one if you don't want to work on holidays. They know that going in.
Yeah, I don't think it's that simple. I think you live a pretty dope life if it seems just super easy to just get a different job.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, if you signed up for it, if you started there, knowing that was going to be like Walmart is known for its Black Friday. If you sign up for Walmart, then you know that going into it. I mean,
Which it changes every year. They've been pulling back earlier and earlier and earlier every year, so that isn't necessarily the case either.
No, that's not true.
Yes, that is true.
It's been 6 p.m. It's been 6 p.m. for the past 5 years. I've been out every one of them.
I'm skeptical, but maybe it was at yours. However,
Okay.
it absolutely has been getting earlier every year.
Show me proof. Show me proof.
All right, let's go find this proof for you.
Yes, that's not a thing that happens.
This is an excellent show, by the way.
That's fine. I just want I want to see where Walmart has been moving their open times earlier and earlier and earlier.
Black Friday was
been-
Black Friday. It was Friday for the longest time. And then it creeped into
Yeah,
midnight.
I know.
Then it creeped into like 11 p.m., then 10 p.m., and now it's 6 p.m.
For the past 5 years, it's been 6 p.m.
Let's see. 5 years ago was 2013.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I remember when the switch happened, and I've been at every single one of them.
What time did Black Friday open in 2012? We'll go look. And by the way, there's more retailers than just Walmart. But this one is saying, the first one I'm seeing on HuffPost is 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
2 hours earlier than last year, it says right at the top of the article. So apparently the 5 years you've been, that's when they picked a time and stuck to it for now. Because in 2012, it was 8 p.m. In 2011, it was 10 p.m. Let's see what it was 2010.
That's why I said 5 years. For the past 5 years, it's been 6 o'clock. They have
And
not
that's just
encroached.
Walmart. You know there's other stores besides Walmart, right?
Yeah, but Walmart is usually the one that sets the like when Walmart moved to 8 or from 10, from midnight to 10 and then 10 to 8. Walmart did that, and all the other stores follow suit. It's usually Walmart that'll do it. They'll watch Walmart for a year or that first year, then the next year all of them fall in line there. You have places like Belk's that does it at like 4 p.m., but that's just a one-off store.
I'm trying to find the
But yeah,
past year's schedules for like Best Buy.
Yeah, they haven't moved the time in 6 years, or I mean 5 years. Excuse me.
Best Buy?
Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah.
It looks like Best Buy this year was 5 p.m. So let's see what it was last year.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Best Buy.
Best Buy is like, do they not have Best Buy where you are?
Mm-hmm.
It says, anybody want to come in and tell us what you're thankful for? We still have to do that. I'll keep looking up things though. It's not going to show me. Let's see. With Walmart, it was so easy. 2017.
Yeah, if anybody in the live chat wants to come in and chat or fight and argue or ask us questions,
I'd like somebody who works retail to come talk about whether or not Thanksgiving should be a day, because like Thanksgiving is, even if the whole thing is like, well, it's late, so you're fine, you can eat with your family. Who wants to eat a big fucking Thanksgiving meal and then do anything besides just like sleep and poop for the rest of the day?
Well, who wants to work, period?
That's true.
No one.
Full of Joy 365 just super chatted $20, and I love you for it. And they wrote, "This is my first super chat ever." I want to selfishly say congratulations on hopefully the first of many. It's like a sales technique there. No, thank you, Full of Joy. That's wonderful of you. Thanks. Also, okay, so we'll so anybody who wants to pop in, follow the link in the description down to the Discord, go over to the YouTube chat channel. And just say, hey, can I come into the thing? I'm mostly watching the Discord channel right now, so if you're trying to yell at me, except for super chats, I may miss most of them. So the Discord chat is and Luxander is so mad at you for wanting everyone to work on Thanksgiving. Anyway.
Well, I mean, that's fine. She could be mad at me, but I never said that I wanted everybody to work on Thanksgiving. Let's not strawman button position now. I said I will if people sign or if people agree to work at these places, they know that going in. It's not like a surprise. So, I mean, look, you can. And my chat is actually for what I see on the most part my side. I don't see anybody that's dissenting over here or like calling me an asshole. But I think that's a very baseline way to be.
You know what, chat? I actually think they have something set up on there. I think it's a filter. So if all of you could all at the same time just message to on the non-sec live chat, Kyle is definitely an asshole or Kyle is an asshole or something. Let's just test to make sure they don't have those filters up. Let's see. Everyone, if we could just flood that chat with Kyle is an asshole. In the meantime,
that would be appropriate though.
Kyle,
that'd be truthful.
You know that as an atheist, we have nothing to be thankful for, right?
I agree.
Because we're just nihilists, and what could there be to be thankful for?
Oh wait, there is one person that disagrees with me. Bendy, he completely disagrees with me, Kyle. So there is one. But yes, we have nothing that we can be thankful for.
Nothing at all? Do you want to have a go at it?
No. I'm not thankful for anything. In fact, I'm unthankful. I would like to unthink things. Unthank you, flat Earth. Cool. Kyle's an asshole. Well, a lot of people think Kyle's an asshole.
Aren't you thankful?
Well, I mean, like I said, that's honest.
Aren't you thankful though for? And by the way, just because we know things going in, this is a general concept of I know that in America I'm going to be treated as though I accept the contract of living in a Christian nation or whatever. That doesn't mean I don't strive for change and strive for a difference. So I don't even work in the retail industry. I am my own boss. I got to take today off. I still worked, but I did as much as I wanted to from home. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a problem to me to want to strive for difference, to want to strive for change. We're gonna pull in Puff. I'm gonna send you a DM here. To strive for a better work day on Thanksgiving.
Nah, you know what you're signing up for. I'm thankful.
I don't think that means you can't want a difference.
Sure, you can want it. Yeah, you can absolutely
strive for it. And say like, hey, this is stupid.
You can do that all you want. Now, will you continue to have a job? I don't know, but you can. You're guaranteed. You can protest all you'd like, but it has now become a commerce holiday where capitalism has went in and saw that they could make a killing on this holiday. So your wants are going to stop at their need to make money. I can guarantee you that.
I don't think anybody's arguing
that's right or
with that.
wrong. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know.
And Puff,
look at it from both sides,
we're going to get Puffaluffagus in here to talk. Puff, you will have to have, so you can let me know if you don't want to be on camera. You still have to have a camera connected to your system for this to work. but you don't actually have to activate it when you're in the call, but it has to be connected there. So just a little heads up. It's just the way the program works. Hopefully one day we can do something else.
Now, what are us as atheists? What are we thankful for? Well, I'm thankful for you guys that are watching and for being able to get to know you over the past year. Some of you, I wish that I hadn't met, because I have plenty of people who really hate what we do, but for the most part, it's all been lovely, and being able to meet a wide range of people with different opinions and perspectives and ways that they look at the world on both sides of every issue that we cover. There are a couple of flat earth people that and several Christians that I get along with really well, and it's just been really cool to interact with you guys over the past year and get to know you. I think this is as crazy as it gets on here sometimes. It's also crazy beautiful. There are so many different walks of life on YouTube that you really, I mean, it's just fantastic. Ms. Pure says, why are Yanks so anti-atheists? In New Zealand, it ain't no thing. Well, in this country, we love our Jesus. We love our Bible. And that's something that was instilled in everyone from the moment this country was conceived. And it's hard to shake that. It's being shaken now. It's coming down, and it's getting better, but slow progress.
I'll parrot some of the sentiment. I definitely. So I started my channel back in February, and I totally thought like I'd probably hit 1,000 subscribers in a year. Like I was going to go for it. You have all been amazing. Right now, things are also kind of in a surge presently, which is pretty dope. I've done like 1,000 new subscribers just in this last week, just because I've been making fun of like Steve Harvey and Logan Paul and stuff over on my channel. But reading your comments, interacting with all of you, that's been amazing. So honestly, the thing I am the most thankful for this year is my subscribers who have empowered me to be able to make a better and better channel. And I keep going back and looking at like my first episode, which was Why Do You Hate God? To now. First of all, I got much better looking. I don't even know what happened. My weight hasn't changed much. I'm just like way better looking now than that's the power of subscribers apparently. This is just much better than it was back then. You know, also better lighting and production equipment and things like that probably helped. But no, I am extremely thankful to you all for being over there and subscribing. And those of you who are over on Kyle's channel who haven't subscribed yet, what do I got to do at this point? I think it's a sex tape of the two of us.
David Cowdrey says, thank you for the super chat. Be thankful you're not a missionary who got speared by a primitive tribe. Now, when you say speared, is that an innuendo, or you mean actually speared? That would be my question.
Yeah. Do you know what he's referring to though?
No.
I will tell you here in just a second. I am just getting some stuff here. And Puff, I can see you're in here. We'll get your audio set up here in just a second and chat with you. But I do want to talk about this. Hang on. Let me just finish this part. Okay. So there was a missionary who went and visited a tribe of people that you're not allowed to visit. The UN has said nobody. Island. What's that?
North Sentinel Island.
Yeah. And it's because you could accidentally give them some disease and kill all of them. And this tribe has existed for 55,000 years, isolated to this island. Andrea Batella says, Jimmy, if you're going to do a sex tape, make it triple fisted. I'll do my best, but I am not that stretched out.
This happened?
So this Baptist guy goes and insists they need Jesus. And he goes to the shore and just takes an arrow to the chest and then gets dragged by a rope. They just kill him immediately.
When did this happen?
This last week.
Okay. Well, it's interesting because I've actually did a sort of an episode on this because I found this island through a YouTube video, and it talks about like think about this. Now this is crazy. All right, these people, it's North Sentinel Island. They're in the Bay of Bengal near right off the coast of India. India is sort of their what's the word? I guess they're by proxy protectors or whatever. But they have established a 30-mile no-go zone anywhere near that island, and there was successful contact made in the 80s. By one time, they unloaded a bunch of food and stuff like that. But then this boat with these two fishermen were fishing in the Bay of Bengal, and they got drunk and passed out. And their boat, the anchor got loose, and they floated onto the shore of North Sentinel Island. Well, they took arrows to the chest as well, and they both were killed. And when the helicopter came in to get the bodies, the helicopter was shot at so many times that it had to fly out of there. But here's the crazy part. All right, when those guys got shot, they were shot with wooden arrows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on this like about 5 years ago, when they were going to when a helicopter flew over there to check on them after a tsunami that had hit, they were going to see if they were okay. The arrows that were shot at the helicopter had metal tips on them. That boat that crashed into the shore of North Sentinel Island introduced the Iron Age into that island.
Wow, that's incredible.
They didn't have it before. And see, this tribe doesn't even have fire. They have not discovered fire yet on this island, but yet now they have been introduced into the Iron Age because they started stripping down the boat and all the metals and things that are going along with it. So how crazy is it that they introduced the Iron Age into North Sentinel Island?
That's amazing. Though definitely the incorporation of iron, I wonder to what level they can now mend it. I mean, they're not refining their own iron certainly yet, but
if they haven't discovered fire yet, there's no way they could.
They've got fire for sure, but
no, they don't. No, they don't.
That can't be.
No, they don't. Every video that I have watched on North Sentinel Island, that's a very poignant fact that they make sure that they highlight, because there is no evidence that they have found fire yet.
So if they're putting metal tips on this thing, they're just like beating them into shape and stuff. They're just breaking them into pieces and attaching them to the wood. That's pretty incredible. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think Christy, she was trying to do both of our chats at once, and now I think she's just in yours, so I feel quite forsaken. Let's get Puff in here. Puff, what are you thankful for? I think everyone can hear you. Let me double check here. Go ahead and say something there for me, Puff. Yeah, you're coming in really, really quiet, though. Can you turn up the gain?
I don't hear him at all. I don't hear him at all.
Yeah, you're coming in so low.
I hear nothing.
Let me see if I can pop you up a little bit here, but I won't be able to do... Not really. Let me see.
Speaker box 123. I don't think that they do cook their food. I think it's a raw thing. And nobody knows for certain. They could possibly have fire now. It's just nothing that's been observed by all the many flyovers that they've made. And maybe it's just a thing where they're. I mean, my thing is, how many animals could they have on that island that they're not? Because it's not a big place. I mean, it's not they probably eat mostly fish, I would imagine.
All right, Puff, give that a try. Yep, I can hear you plenty. Can you hear him now, Kyle?
Nope.
You don't hear him at all?
Not at all. Neither can the chat.
How about now? Kyle, say something? Or, sorry, Puff. Puff, go ahead now.
Yeah.
Do you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him now.
Cool. All right, Puff. Are you an atheist?
Yeah.
And what are you thankful for on Thanksgiving?
Just thankful for everything that everybody else is, having a semi-supportive, like the people around me being supportive, like, my weird wife, she actually likes her father-in-law, and so she helps me really
Not
a lot to take care of my dad. I like my mother-in-law, which is very weird. I like her a lot. She's like my real mom. So
Is that weird?
It's all good. Yeah, I guess, because I guess when you get married, you're supposed to like your mother-in-law. I don't understand that part, but my mother-in-law, she's great. Except for when she doesn't put me in awkward situations with my brother-in-law. That's great.
I almost had in-laws, and at the time, I actually liked them more than probably my own parents. But after the whole engagement was called off, less.
That gets a little tense. You got to be really down with them beforehand.
Yeah,
Why does my mic keep dropping? This is the stupidest thing.
I don't know.
Let me swap. I'm gonna swap to my.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a second caller lined up whenever we're ready.
You want to cue me in?
Just send me a link over Messenger.
It's you though, so I don't know whether or not it's a setup.
It's not a setup. It'll be fun.
Let's let Puff finish up here. Puff,
Yeah.
I think you're trying to talk again, and we can't hear you at all.
Well, at least we got to hear what you're thankful for, Puff.
Okay, maybe it's better now.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead and finish up,
okay.
and we'll.
Oh yeah. So to make Kyle feel a little bit bad, my boss. I work for a guy who I only have one other coworker, so he's the owner, and I have one other employee who works with me. He feels, as a newly minted U.S. citizen of less than 10 years, that it would be un-American to have me work on Thanksgiving.
That man is a patriot.
I argued with him, and I told him, as an American, I feel that there's a lot of Americans that would want service in a tire shop that's open on Thanksgiving. And he said, I feel like that makes me a monster.
And your boss and that guy is a good guy. Unfortunately, the CEOs at Walmart don't agree.
So let me ask you.
He's from the former dictatorship of Iraq.
Well,
he grew up his whole life under Saddam Hussein. And he thought that guy wasn't too bad of a guy.
Let me just ask you there, Puff. Are you then, in fact, saying that Kyle is an asshole?
I'm just saying that he's a little bit condescending. I'm just saying he is extremely gifted and talented. I'm just saying.
There's nothing condescending about what I said.
It's easy for him to come on. He's been a chef, a stand-up comedian, this, that, and the other, like all this other stuff. It's very easy. You're a very talented person. So for you to change tracks at a moment's notice, that's gravy. But for a lot of other people, it's not. No, what I'm saying is some people are not talented like that. You know what I mean? They just want to earn a paycheck so they can go do what they want to do and not have to make money doing what they want to do. Whereas you
part of earning that paycheck
is monetize
on Thanksgiving. That's part of that paycheck.
Thank you.
Right, but no, that's not part of what they want to do with their money. They don't want to, like Kyle said, they're all sitting there like, damn, I lost the Thanksgiving lottery.
Right, but what they do though, or what they want to do.
I'm sorry. That's what Jimmy said. Jimmy was right. I've worked at Burger King. We all look at the guy that wins the Thanksgiving lottery like, you piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, why? Because he got lucky.
You could have been a hero
to me more like
anybody else want the day off.
Anything.
Dude, Kyle, I gave you a link.
Okay, cool.
Just saying, when I worked at Burger King,
if you don't work on Thanksgiving, don't work at Walmart.
Oh my god! All right, Pop. Thank you. I agree with you, though. Kyle's an asshole.
Maybe I am.
Right.
Thanks,
I'm
Ed.
just being honest.
See you. Bye.
I liked him. I like Pop.
Yeah. Oh, I like him too. He's a really good guy. I just look what we want to do and happen. Like in a perfect world, I wouldn't want anybody to work on holidays either. However, we live in a world that centers around capitalism, and unfortunately, that's one of the things that goes with these places, and that's just how it is. It's just
what he's saying is accept your life in this beautiful capitalist utopia that he adores. So remember, anybody who wants to join in, you can do so. Go to the link in the description. That is over to my Discord. Go to the YouTube chat, and you can come in and talk to us. Those of you who are there now, It looks like Ida and Ash Attack are lined up to come in, maybe. Just let me know who wants to come in next after we get Kyle's special guest. Kyle, how long is your special guest going to take to get in here?
He just saw the link, so I'm assuming momentarily.
Christy, you better get over in that Discord and let us know if you want to come in.
Ash, okay. Now, of course, Ash, you have to understand that all women will be taken after all the men that want to come in here. All right, you have to understand that. We take the men first. You probably still have cleaning up to do from Thanksgiving, so I wouldn't get very much in a rush to come in here.
And just enjoy working on Thanksgiving. This has been Kyle's Dick from.
It's an inside joke to me, and Ash actually is probably one of my favorite people. She runs the Discord, our channel's Discord. Like, she is the queen bee of she's the nun there. That's what we call her, the nun. So I always give her hell about being a woman though.
All right, let's take this call. Red's Rhetoric, you are on the air.
What am I doing here?
I have no idea.
Here's why. Because if anybody that we should hear who's thankful for shit, it should be literally the biggest asshole on the planet. You called me an asshole. I'd like to introduce you to a real asshole. So, Reds, if you don't mind, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for Pornhub. It's been a savior many times. I'm thankful for amputeedonkeys.com. It's also been just an immense help, especially on those dark, lonely, cold nights. And I'm thankful for condoms made of vulcanized tire rubber, because when you're doing said donkeys, you don't actually want any of that stuff to get on you. It's very, very horrible. Watch Dr. Phil if you don't believe me.
And how do you feel about retail Black Friday starting on Thanksgiving now?
Black Friday starting on Thanksgiving. I don't know. Let me consult my brand new monitor. How do you feel about Black Friday?
I don't like it. I think it should be on Black Friday. Let people have their family and give everyone who can have the day off. Obviously, there are some people who can't, doctors and hospital workers and stuff. Everyone who can't have the day off.
Listen. If you wanna enjoy Black Friday today, but you still want to let the family know that you love them, send them a text message. It works just as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm surprised you didn't say you're thankful for flat Earth.
Now, why would I be thankful for literal ass cancer?
Because it's your ass cancer.
Now, I have a feeling that you're just laughing at my misery.
A little,
Yes.
yeah, that is true.
So basically, what you're saying is you're thankful for my misery.
So I also want to know, and Ash, you should have a link to come in too, and I'm going to send some other links and get some others queued up. I actually have a question about, do you know, has Jaronism followed up with that video he posted that's like self-incriminating? Like, does he now accept that the Earth isn't flat when he proved it himself?
Honestly, I haven't been paying much attention to Jaronism ever since it was confirmed that he was my bitch. I went looking for other prey. So, unfortunately, I haven't been paying that much attention to Jaronism. As soon as that debate happened, if we can even call it that, I think he blocked me on Skype, blocked me on Hangouts, blocked me on YouTube, and then decided to fuck right off at the speed of sound back to his echo chamber. So, I have no clue.
Have you not seen that video, Reds, where he's doing that experiment, like in real time, and what he says when he figures out that the experiment went into how it would happen on a globe Earth, and he goes, "Well, that's interesting." That's how he left it. You haven't seen that?
Oh,
video?
that's how. Nope, I have not. I've been completely oblivious to all things having to do with Jaronism. I've been focusing on the guy I'm supposed to be talking to on the NonSequitur show coming up this weekend.
Oh, what do you think about that guy?
Okay, so I think it would be best if I saved it for the weekend, because if I start, I'm not going to stop.
Okay, that's fair enough. But
Yes.
let me ask you this question, though, Red. How do you feel about what Mark Sargent said about you and us recently?
Mark Sargent.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been talking some shit.
I sent you the link. It was at the beginning of our show the other night. We kind of briefly talked about it, where he said that anybody that puts Red's rhetoric as their champion is just laughable.
Well,
bad
that
people.
depends. Well, that
Yeah, and
depends.
we're
Do you want to know how I? Do you want to know how I really feel?
Of course.
In 30 seconds or less. And also
It's
include
not
your
gonna be-
feelings about Logan Paul in that.
It's not going to be in 30 seconds or less. That's the thing.
Just do it.
If you go all in, you go all in. No half-assies.
We got other calls lined up. And to people who are
It's your show. It's your show. You make the call. If you want to know how I really feel, then buckle up, motherfuckers, because you're going up for a ride.
We want to know how you really feel.
All right,
Absolutely.
here we go.
You can't get up like that and then us expect to tell you goodbye. No.
To those
Give
of
it
you
to
on
us.
hold, I'll get you in here in a moment.
All right.
yeah.
Sounds like a plan then. Okay. Hello, Mark Sargent. Spare me the bullshit of your hurt feelings over Logan Paul. I know it sucks that you are no longer the most important bullshit artist at the FEC, but to be fair, you have not been a top dog for a very long time. But none of that matters, because so long as you continue to talk shit, you can consider yourself important enough to be on my radar at the very least. Hopefully that helps your ego. Now, I've been made aware that my name has been in your throat as of late, as well as you waving your massive hate boner for the Non-Sequitur show. Now, I can understand both lines here. I mean, the Non-Sequitur show is where Flat Earth comes to die, and I am the laser-guided missile that gets the job fucking done. Hell, thanks to me, Friday the 13th is now considered a holiday where we celebrate Jeranism getting his Flat Earth ramped up his ass so hard that other flatheads felt the need for Preparation H. So, yes, Mark, it's totally understandable why you wouldn't want to step into the Non-Sequitur sandbox to defend your views. More importantly, it's totally understandable why you don't want to defend your views against me. Because you know exactly what would happen. Don't you, Mark?
I don't understand.
Don't you? And
Okay, all right, yeah.
And I know, Mark Sargent, that you are in no rush to have your asshole stretched that far. So allow me, Mark, to applaud you on making the smartest decision of your fucking life by tucking your tail and fucking right off at Mach 2 back to your echo chamber. Congratulations on doing a bit of introspection and realizing that you were severely outclassed both intellectually and also in integrity, because unlike you, I actually back up my assertions with evidence, and you know you are fucked against something like that. But I must say, if you are going to fuck off, can you at least not lie about why? It has nothing to do with the fairness of the platform. You know damn well that the Non-Sequitur show is a fair platform. Did you forget that they feature structured and moderated debates where each side is allowed their time to speak? While it is true that those episodes are where, well, Flat Earth fails the hardest, that's not the fault of the hosts. That is the fault of Flat Earth dipshits who think having a changing definition of perspective is somehow valid. Now, I don't want the fact that you're scared of me to become famous. No. I mean, if you keep mentioning me, people are sure to find out that I've been calling out your punk ass since 2015. And we don't want that to happen, right? So my suggestion is the following. Leave my cock in your mouth, but get Kyle's, Steve's, and my name out of it. With love, Red's Rhetoric.
I have such a boner right now.
Why'd you hold back?
So hard right now.
We're thankful for you on this the greatest of holidays.
And I will say, Reds, we look forward to seeing you on Saturday night for Flatterday Night Fights, where Reds will be having a discussion with Brother Ernest. So you know you want to that.
That's gonna be
sounds like a plan. In the meantime, toodle pip, motherfuckers.
Bye. Go check out that Jeranism video because you'll like it more than us, even more than we did. I promise you'll love it.
I'll go grab some toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's only 30 seconds long.
Do it on the toilet. Thanks for calling in, Reds. Or we called you. I don't know. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, we called him, but thanks for coming.
Ash, you are on the air, I think. Yes.
I don't know how I'm supposed to compete with that.
You can't.
Good luck.
You're a woman. You're a woman.
Jeez.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Shove it up your ass.
Kick her, Jimmy. We do not let women talk to men like that like this.
It was pretty homophobic. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Ash.
Yeah. It was a hate
Oh.
crime. That was a hate crime, Ash. How dare you? How dare you? I'm tisking so hard right now.
Does this work?
I'm more
Wait,
impressed
oh my
than you.
goodness, this does work.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I just found a new toy. All right, cool. All right, keep going.
So we have to do what atheists are thankful for.
What are you thankful for? Or we can fight about something. Tell Kyle he's an asshole for his views. And so while you're thinking of that, I just want to give a reminder. Anybody who wants to join this, talk to Kyle and I, follow the link, get into the Discord, and just let me know in the YouTube chat channel that you would like to come on and talk to us, and I will shoot you a link. We have a couple more calls lined up. What's that?
Men first, obviously.
Obviously. All right.
Well,
Go ahead, Ash.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh if there's a guy behind me. Well, I have to say I'm actually thankful for having people in my life who actually do real things for me, like a supportive fiance who does things and helps support me, rather than a God who does nothing for me. It doesn't
Can I ask
exist.
you a question, Ash? Can I ask you a question?
No.
Did you get his permission to come on here?
Yes.
Because in Luke,
Okay.
it says, wait, which scripture is it? The whole...
Isn't it Timothy?
Yeah, you're right. It is Timothy. And I assume you don't pray to your husband. So it's funny how that already works way better than prayers do.
I would say something, but it's inappropriate for air. I don't want to hurt anybody's feel goods.
You Reds? Did you just hear Reds?
Yeah,
you can't get more inappropriate.
I don't worship him, just a certain part.
What was it? Keep my dick in your mouth, but get my name out it.
Oh. Yeah, that was a little NSFW.
Ah, I gotcha. I gotcha.
You naughty thing.
I thought it was going to be something along the lines of I
well,
will yell.
Kyle could if Kyle played for my team, he would probably say, "What else are women good for besides cooking and ironing?"
I kind of pray to Kyle because when him and I get together late at night, I'm either screaming, "Oh my God," or "Oh Kyle." That's pretty close. That's pretty close to praying.
People do.
Yeah,
Most
I'm
people
pretty
do.
close.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Riley because she's right. I corrected you, Mr. Atheist.
Well, Riley's about to be demoted from a mod and be timed out for the rest of this show. So Riley, I hope it was worth pointing out that I was correct.
Wow.
Technically, you answered my
I
question. You answered my call. What's on the screen directly to the right of the logo? I don't know. Ketchup?
Yeah.
Food that obviously I didn't cook because I'm not that talented.
Yeah.
I haven't heard you yet say that you're thankful for me, Ash, and I'm beginning to get a little stressed out that that's not coming or that wasn't on your list.
Kyle, you poor thing. I'll stroke your ego for you. Yes, I'm very grateful for you. I'm grateful for the entire Discord. Mostly Bull for helping me put up with the dumpster fire, but
I don't think anyone would actually say that they were thankful for either of our channels unprompted.
actually,
had to ask for it.
I added everyone in the non-sec Discord. I dropped an announcement and I said I'm thankful for everyone. Because
You did.
what better source of dumpster fires than non-sequitur Discord?
Oh, guess what? Riley just changed her tune very quickly. She said, "LMAO, I love you, Kyle. You know you need us." So she's not on your team anymore, Ash.
Was Riley one of the ones who said you were an asshole? I sure hope so.
Riley's the one that but like I said, everybody knows that. Even I know that. Even I know I have asshole tendencies. I mean,
Ash,
I'm very
Kyle, you are an asshole,
Yes.
but it's okay.
You're an
But
asshole.
I'm the nicest asshole that you'll ever meet. That's the thing. I'm the nicest asshole you'll ever meet.
Yeah,
Well,
I would like to challenge,
my
like this is Scrabble, challenge.
Okay, when have I not ever been nice? When am I not nice?
every day you're mean to me.
Anytime you're sure you're right.
You're a woman. You don't count. You're a woman. You don't count. I'm asking Jimmy. Well, when am I not nice?
Anytime you think that people in retail don't deserve a holiday off.
That's just reality. That's reality. That's not a mic drop. That's just reality. You live in the idealistic. Everybody's off, and the thing is, though, even the people that these people that you're saying, let them spend time with their family. Let them hang out with their families. They would not do that. They might go over there and eat, but everybody wants to leave their family as soon as they get done eating. Everybody's looking for a way to get out. Nobody likes the spending time with the in-laws and all of that other sort of thing. So it's just not.
But everyone likes to sleep after Thanksgiving dinner. I'm not saying you have to make them stay with their family. Give the day to them. Let it be theirs. Go ice skating on a lake.
Where do you fall on this issue, Ash?
Oh, I wasn't listening to you guys. Men were talking.
Oh, in terms of like the working on Thanksgiving, where do you fall for that on that?
I've spent the last 10 years working in healthcare and retail. Thankfully, the stores that I worked at were closed on Thanksgiving, but in healthcare, there's no such thing as holidays. There's no such things as weekends.
And you're okay with that, right?
I don't work in healthcare anymore.
Yeah, but when you did, were you okay with it?
Yeah, I really was, because people don't stop getting sick. Old people don't stop needing taken care of.
That's an industry that has to stay open by necessity.
Yeah,
and people need monitors like Red's Rhetoric and 40-inch flat screen TVs like your host here. So I mean,
what this is you want them to work because you don't have to work on Thursdays.
If you listen to what I said earlier, I have worked more Thanksgivings than I've had off.
But you don't anymore, right?
I don't anymore, no.
Plus, nobody invites you to Thanksgiving, which I feel you. I'm here with you right now. There is that.
Seeker says, thank you for the show tonight, Kyle. You're welcome.
If you guys were
my idea.
Multiple states away, I would invite you over for Thanksgiving. But
thanks.
both of you live multiple states away from me. So
we would totally come, but my grandmother won't let me leave. I have to. We have a tradition every year where when I was little, I used to stand on this stool and watch her like cook the stuff, and was like, I can't wait till I can be old enough to help you. So I literally she has that same stool. I sit on that stool and we do the mashed potatoes and seasoning the turkey and all that stuff together. Still every year, same stool.
I am also thankful for these next calls. So, Ash, I'm going to give you a last word here, and then we're going to move on to the next one. I don't actually know if the next one is male or female, though. Their name is Abotella, and I'm not positive.
Nutella?
Yeah, don't go Black Friday shopping. That's how you get trampled to death.
That's true. It would be much simpler just to cancel Black Friday.
Ash, we love you.
Yes, and I love you too, Kyle.
Love you, boo.
Bye, everyone.
All right, Abotella, you are on the air.
Hi.
Can anyone hear
me? Can you hear me?
I can't.
Yes.
Wait. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I do hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I'm. It's actually pronounced Andrew. The guy who's always repeating the running joke about the triple fisted.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Did you say it's Abotella?
Yeah.
Abotella.
I mean, the name is Catalan, surname is Spanish.
Okay.
Whatever.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll never let go of that running joke ever.
Hey, real quick, just back away from the mic about 6 inches or so, because you're coming in real heavy. Yeah.
Oh, right. It's a bit late here, so I can't really speak loud. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So there are a couple things that I'd like to highlight that I'm thankful for. The first, that I don't live in a country that celebrates Thanksgiving. Right.
Everybody works on Thanksgiving in your country.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the second thing I'm thankful for is Black Friday. Fuck Thanksgiving, but God bless Black Friday.
Did an atheist just say God bless Oh, see,
I love
you aren't an atheist.
That's him being desperate.
Yeah.
But should Black Friday be? When should Black Friday start there, Abotea?
The entire year.
Well,
I
okay,
agree.
but it's not. It's going to be one day a year. What time
This
should
man
it
is
start?
fantastic. This man is fantastic.
Can we get more people to go over, click the link, come into the Discord, go to the YouTube chat, and tell us you want in on the call? We need more people to tell Kyle he's an asshole.
So far, it's not working.
Ooh, challenge from Kyle.
So what are you thankful for besides Black Friday and being correct about nearly everything that you said up until this point?
Jimmy's Pornhub channel and his future triple-fisted sex tape.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm proud of that. I have much
And
more
fourth-
subscribers there.
Yeah. And fourth, the fact that I'm awake at 4 a.m. watching this stream when I've got to wake up in less than 5 hours. Fuck you, Jimmy and Kyle, you assholes. Like and subscribe.
Thank you, buddy. I love that.
You're the
Fuck
man.
you too. Like and subscribe.
You're the man. Are you from Jimmy's channel or our channel? Like what do you normally how do you find us?
Both, but I usually watch on Jimmy's channel.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, welcome to NonSec. Don't subscribe.
Never subscribe.
Never. That's really cool. I like this guy. He's correct.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. All right. Thanks, man. We'll move on to the next one.
Sure.
I think you don't stand a chance with this next one. Now, first
Cool.
things first. Ida, do you want to be on camera, on air? Do you want to be visible too?
Whatever, I don't really care.
All right. Well, bada bing.
Hi.
Hi.
Ida, this is my good friend Ida. Everyone, Ida helps with channel and Discord stuff. She is running my Discord for the most part.
Ida,
and,
you are fierce.
over with Godless Journey.
Thank you. It's my Mediterranean genes.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes. Very nice. Very nice.
Ida, what are you
Thank you.
thankful for?
I am thankful for my new very good friend Jimmy. You might know him. He looks a bit like Jesus.
All right,
Baby
now.
Jesus.
Let me drop
I can know who
it.
you're talking
And
about.
he's been comforting me all day, which is why I was so offended that he forgot about our conversation in the super chat. And yeah, no, he's a cool guy. I don't know who you are, Kyle. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Well, you're lucky. Most people who do wish that they didn't.
Look at this
So,
thing my hair's doing. I'm gonna leave it like
Look at
that.
the
Oh
wolf.
wow, that's
The
attractive.
wolf.
like I got a 90s perm going on there.
I host a channel on here called NonSequitur. If you've never watched it, don't.
That made me
yeah.
really dizzy.
Me and Jimmy do
Well, I
a
am
Saturday
a big fan
show.
of your background, Kyle. It looks good.
Thank you.
Looks like
Thank
you partied.
I do too much so. I've lost probably half my memories from getting way too drunk. I had to cut it back. Like I don't know if you guys ever, because I was in a fraternity, so it's pretty much mandated that you drink all the time, everything. And there for a while, there was one story. This is true. I was at a bar and we had pre-gamed before we went to the bar. I was smashed before we even went inside the place, and I'm sitting at the end of the bar. And the reason I know this is because my friend recorded it. He's such an asshole. He recorded this event happening. But I'm sitting at the end of the bar, and I'm like teetering like this back and forth. I mean, I'm so drunk that I'm just like I'm gonna fall over any second. And I did. I hit the bar. I fell forward like this, head on the bar. The bartender comes down to the end of the bar and picks up my head and slides a coaster under it and just sets my head back down on the bar. No one coming to see if I'm okay or if I need to go. For like 30 minutes, I sat down there at the end of that bar, just out cold to the world. So,
Well, that's what happens when you have a drinking age of 21. I mean, like, you need training, and then they set you off in the world as these little toddlers who have no idea what your alcohol tolerance is.
I agree.
And that's just what happens.
I agree. I think if you're able to vote and decide who leads this country, you should be able to handle a beer. It should be 18.
Well,
I
yeah,
wouldn't
I'm not
go
in your
with vote. I would definitely go with military if you're able to serve in the military. But remember, I also think the voting age should be lowered. So to
Yeah,
16.
voting though is a big thing. Like I think if you're able to choose who leads this country, if you're entrusted with that decision, if you're entrusted with the people that's going to run things in this country, you should be trusted enough to drink a beer.
I mean, I think a lot of
norm.
you give it to somebody too young and you risk. I'm good with 18. That's fine by me. You
Yeah,
go any younger than that, and I would with voting, but I wouldn't with alcohol because, like, you still haven't really quite made it through puberty. Then there's the argument to be made about brain development and stuff, and how, like, drinking
Sure.
large amounts, like partying, the times we party the most are the times we shouldn't, like, until our brains have
But the
finished
voting age is
developing around
18.
25.
But the voting age is 18 now, so if you're entrusted to vote, you should be entrusted to drink.
Yeah, I'm saying I wouldn't base it on the vote, but I would base it on if you are old enough to.
I totally would.
If you're old enough to volunteer to go die for other people's wars, you
But
can.
choosing the country's leader is important too, and we need more people voting in 2020, please.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about politics?
A mandatory
What's your opinion about politics?
election would be. Are you asking mine or Ida's?
Ida.
Just
I think
for
you guys fucked up. I'm not American.
she blames you and I for Trump.
Nah, dude, like, the whole world is laughing at the US right now. Like, we're just watching from afar and we're just like, holy shit, you guys suck.
Mm-hmm.
She's not wrong.
Well, look, that wasn't the majority of the country didn't vote for him.
That's true. She doesn't like
I mean,
Hillary either, though.
Enough of them did, which is the problem.
Yeah, that is very true. That's absolutely very true. But the majority of the country, I think, is in the place that they should be. Now, whether you like Hillary or not, that's a whole other question. Did you guys hear that she was thinking about running again?
She has never herself said it. I think this is something that I'm not going to say she is or isn't thinking about it. All I'm going to say is whether she is or is not thinking about it. About now seems like when people would be saying it. So if she is thinking about it, it'd be getting back to us. And if she isn't, people would be making it up. Or even just people who are like in her inner circle who hear her say, like, talk about the way she wants to get involved with the next election would take that as like a sign just to be interesting to a reporter and get the scoop.
Hillary, please, for the love of God, don't. Please do not run again. Okay, please.
I'm with you there.
Do the party a favor and sit this one out. Okay, people don't like you now. Whether that's justified or not, that's up for debate. But don't run again. Please give the Democratic Party a chance to actually beat this hydrogenated Cheeto. Please.
I 100% agree in with all of the facts of that. Everything you just said, you're totally correct that she shouldn't run. I would even say Hillary, don't run again. However, what I will say is, can you imagine November 6th, 2020, if Hillary Clinton beat Donald Trump? Is there any victory that would be more amazing than that one? It would be.
There's no way in hell she would.
I probably agree that she couldn't win. I mean, well, let's see what Trump is up to. Like, he could still, like, he could.
Hashtag Connie 2020.
Yeah, look at the shit that he did before even becoming president. He was literally talking about sexually harassing women, and that didn't phase his numbers.
He could
What
come
more
out
could
as
he
an
do?
atheist, and that would kill his numbers.
What more can he do?
Definitely.
What more could the guy do?
I'm just saying, all I'm talking about, she shouldn't run. It's the wrong move. All I'm saying is, in the multiverse, somewhere in the multiverse in 2020, Hillary Clinton comes back and beats Donald Trump, and I would just love to see the news that day. Actually,
Michelle Obama, I think, would be the winner, the one to go. I would love to see Michelle Obama run.
I don't think there's a chance of her running, though.
I don't think there is either.
I think she'd be
fantastic.
amazing. Yeah. I think she'd be amazing. And actually, it's November 3rd. I said November 6th. Yeah, Michelle would be someone who actually could win, and it would be a cool, like, hey, remember my husband and how you were, like, totally a racist asshole about him?
Yeah.
And boom,
I
goes
think it
the
would
dynamite.
Redemption.
She would be, she'd be wonderful. But I'm pretty convinced we'll see some combination of Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, probably
The
Gavin
Rock.
Newsom. I'd love to see The Rock. I'm just saying, like, who we'll be picking from in the primaries. Who will?
He's thinking about it. He's floating it. He's thinking about it.
I don't think it's ever been more than a joke.
I think it's more than a joke.
I don't know that The Rock
If I could
actually.
vote, I would vote for The Rock.
Yeah, everybody
That's
would.
a problem, though. Don't you think that's actually a problem
Would.
that celebrities would win based on? The Rock might be a brilliant political mind. I have yet to see that demonstrated. Can we go back to people who like do politics for a job at having a shot?
Well,
Here's the
see,
thing,
make
though.
it like a monarchy. Nobody takes monarchies seriously anymore, and just turn the presidency into just a reality TV show, so then it just doesn't have any power. And then let people who know what they're doing handle the politics.
It is
It'll
now.
be great.
That's exactly what it is now. But see, here's the thing, though. You can't go. I don't think you can go back from Trump. I think from what you're going to see from now on, unfortunately, is this sort of quasi-celebrity, quasi-political combination. Here's why. Everything now is geared and worked towards that sort of political figure. Trump now is pushing out news stories every day. Every day there's literally something new going on with him and his White House. Every day something drops, every day something leaks. And the news now is geared towards that. There's no more of these boring. Remember the days where we used to laugh and joke about how George W. Bush said nuclear? That used to be a thing. That was a big, ha-ha moment. Like, wouldn't you give anything to go back to those calm days? But we can't.
Man, that's not even like that demonstrates certainly like how bad things are, but it's worse. It's actually worse than that. I'd take Nixon back at this point. Forget Bush. Let's go back to old. Let's get him in here.
He wasn't a bad president, aside from his Vietnam policies. Other
And
than
being
that,
being an anti-journalism, just like Trump is, totally bombastic Republican, also racist.
yeah.
Helped push the war on drugs to like a terrible fucking place. So
Those were all
other than
horrible
being
things.
awful, Nixon wasn't that bad.
Those were all horrible things, but
Better than
his
Trump.
agenda for the economy was fantastic, and it flourished under Nixon. So, I mean, like, he wasn't all I'm not saying that he was a good president, but he wasn't this horrible. Like, you have to be able to take the good with the bad. I think.
I'm not
You
sure.
You can't paint a president as all horrible just because he had these tendencies.
I'm not sure
and
that
you-
Nixon or most conservative economic approaches work post-internet, but that's just me.
Oh, that's incorrect. That's highly incorrect. Yeah, you can't say that he was a waste of a president just because he had some horrible
Traditional
ideas. He did
Traditional Republican economies, though, bolstered small businesses, bolstered local economies, and tried to make the state level the most impressive economy. Who's fucking
We flourished
shopping at
under
the
it.
shape level? You just came from fucking Walmart. I ordered my Christmas gifts on Amazon. Best Buy, all these chains. You can't. The old small government living in a fucking Norman Rockwell painting.
No one's arguing that. But yeah, no one's arguing that. But at the time, we did live in a Norman Rockwell painting, and at the time, we didn't have these. It didn't get screwed up until Reagan. I think came in with the trickle down economics. Then it became sort of a staple for Republicans to look back to Reagan's God, and those policies I don't think work at all. But Nixon actually did do some turnarounds for the economy, and of course it wouldn't work today. No one's arguing that. But for then, it was right where they needed it.
So everybody in retail, work on Thanksgiving, and Richard Nixon was a peach. This has been Kyle's an asshole. Moving on to our Ida, give us a couple more things you're thankful for, and then we're going to move on to the next.
Well, I'm not thankful for the fact that Mr. Atheist doesn't like pumpkin pie. Now,
Hate
I'm
it.
done.
It's
Kyle, if you like
disgusting.
pumpkin pie, you are objectively a better person.
Pumpkin pie is a
I love
disgusting
pumpkin
thing.
pie. I am so into anything pumpkin spice, pumpkin lattes, pumpkin pie, pumpkin. You never had that? Then you should check it out.
I'd rather eat horses.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be Kyle's roadie now. See ya, Jimmy.
I'm just killing it tonight. I love you. I love you all. I love you all.
Ida will never be back on the program. Bye, Ida.
That's okay.
You suck.
That's okay.
Guess who we have up next, though?
I don't know.
I'm excited for this one. Let me get
give me
audio all equipped correctly. Give us a hey there.
Smitty says pumpkins fucking suck. Fuck you, you hot bitch. Thank you, Smitty. I appreciate that.
Pumpkin pie is garbage. Let's get her on the screen here.
Thank you,
Hi.
Oh, now we need to settle this agenda here, because Jimmy's angry that you're splitting your time between the two of us, and
that's true.
Like he doesn't understand that this is just how it's going to be, and so you're going to have to break his heart here. And I, for one, am going to watch with just bated breath. So please go ahead and crush his dreams.
Are you making our pick? Who?
Egalitarian. I'm trying.
Are we doing like a you only get to subscribe to one channel after tonight? Is that what's happening?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You have to choose a channel to unsubscribe from. That's the contest. All right.
We're kidding. What are you thankful for, Christy?
Now I want to know the answer.
You're gorgeous. We're thankful that you're gorgeous.
You guys are so sweet. I'm thankful for so much. This has been a fantastic year. So much change, so much better.
You are cutting in and out a little bit there.
People, let's see. Sometimes if I do this, it helps.
There you go.
See.
It does seem like it's already helped.
Yeah. I had too many things open.
Ah.
Okay.
Did you have my Pornhub channel open?
This is a real thing. I want to know, is this a real thing? Like, do you really have a Pornhub channel?
Okay, so look, I'm gonna talk some truth to the world right now, and I don't. Good luck, everybody. And if you wanna email me the links you think it is, I do not have a Pornhub channel. However, I would say with about 100% certainty, well, I'll go with 90 because I don't know how their archives work. But I was the victim of revenge porn years ago, and it never got taken down. So I imagine my penis, you won't really see anything else, which is the weird thing because like you only see the individual's face that I was doing things with. Anyway, yeah, I'm on Pornhub somewhere. So good luck.
Yeah. That's the majority of it, I think.
Go find it and
Searching for that.
I don't have a channel either, but I am on there.
I definitely am on there. Yeah, at least once. There is a possibility actually of twice if that one made it. Because listen, I've been a tremendous whore my whole life, and it was another person who was angry who threatened it. I don't know whether or not that one happened. My face would probably be on screen for like a second. And by the way, you would not recognize me at 20 years old. Did not look like this.
There's a sad thing with men, Christy, and I'm not sure that women aren't like this. They're not quick to the draw, or at least me. But I know that I send. It seems like the new standard now. I'm just going to put this out there, okay? It seems like the new standard now is when you're meeting someone new, like if you get a Tinder match or whatever, it's almost like you do a hello. Here's my hobbies. Here's what I like to do. Dick pic. It's those three things like in a row. Like you jump to the dick pic as soon as possible. So there are countless. I'm probably shocked at the number of dick pics that are out there of probably an abhorrent amount. And I hope that I never become too too recognizable, because that will be the first thing that comes out. Just a wave of dicks that I have sent out, and I'm kind of nervous about that. You know,
that's one of those things I'm not really that nervous about. Like, everything's going to get worse and worse and worse. So if your dick pics come out now, it just means they came out slightly before everyone's does. I have never been one to. I only send dick pics on request. With somebody I have some sort of like sexually charged something with going on, I will, if they ask for it, have it.
Jimmy, most people do that because if you send a dick pic unsolicited, that's sort of harassment. Like,
right?
That's not a thing.
So I'm not even saying. So like, for example, there are definitely individuals I've had things with where like they wouldn't have been mad. They might have even liked it if I had sent them a dick pic to wake up to. Like, we already had stuff going on, and then it'd be like, hey, here was my morning. How about yours? I don't even do that. Like, I want clear and concise. I don't know. I just don't. You never want to send a dick pic and get back like, what the fuck? Why?
No, you never want to get back. That's cute. That's the worst one.
Oh, I thought cute. Yeah. By the way,
what are you thankful for? We
real quick. Who's your atheist? Sent a $5 super chat. Sprite with sherbet is worse than vomit. No, it is not. It is delicious. I love you still. Thank you for your super chat. But Sprite and sherbet is amazing. Also, raspberry sherbet with ginger ale, amazing.
Go ahead, Christy. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for so much. The community, first and foremost, has completely changed my life. This entire year, waking up every day, knowing that there's this entire community that is ready to support me and listen to my ideas, has really encouraged me to do what I'm doing. And I'm happy for so many. I can't even put it in this video. The things that I'm happy for and that I'm grateful for would not fit in this hour video. I'm very fortunate this year. Jimmy and Kyle.
And between Kyle's and my channels, who are you unsubscribing from?
Oh, God. There's no gun to my head, so neither.
We're actually going to cancel both of our channels unless you pick one.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Oh my
We'll still be.
God.
I don't know what craziness Jimmy's talking about.
We could have gotten an answer if you had played along.
I choose.
What'd you say?
I choose.
You say you choose Steve?
That would be a safe bet.
She chose Steve.
You chose Steve McRae? He's like almost dead. My hair's got another like.
Okay, let's answer this question. Who has better hair?
How about
Goodbye, Chris.
If I could be in the middle of both of you, that's what I would choose.
Who has better hair?
Between me and Steve?
I'm a hairstylist, so I would have to say Kyle's haircut is pretty dope.
All right,
but I do have
Christy, I'm so sorry.
Welcome on. Y'all need to remember who's got control of the board here. Pair of Gongs, I think is the name. And Pair of Gongs, do you want to be video on screen or no?
That's fine.
Okay. Hello, Pair of Gongs.
Hello, Mr.
Have we met before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Hey, Gabe.
Kyle, though.
Okay.
No.
The two of you know each other. I'm keeping my thing on the close button with people I don't know in case someone decides they want to just bring their penis on screen and ruin our channel.
Well, that's what we were talking about. I thought that was cool.
That's on the other channel, man.
Why is that cool?
Other channel.
It's okay, Gage. I still have the pictures. So, Gage, what are you thankful for?
Gage found my videos.
It's hard to avoid your videos on the front page, dude.
It's always there. That's true.
This year in particular, you know, obviously I love my family, and the time I spent with them today is just awesome. But this year in particular, I'm thankful for my new job. And I now work at Publix, which is a grocery store. So yeah, this week has been heavy.
Pandemonium.
Oh yeah.
Did you work today?
Yeah. No, I did not, Kyle.
Do you think that's how it should be?
I think it can work. I think it can work to have most people off that day.
I agree. There's nothing. I don't disagree with that.
He's pandering.
No, I'm saying, do you? But do you see a problem with people working on Thanksgiving?
I mean,
no. Yeah. See?
As the question stated there, I'd have to say no.
Yeah, that was a very specifically stated. Like, I'm not saying that it's evil. I'm saying in a preferable, it would be much preferable for a Thanksgiving that is centered around dinner with families to make it about dinner with families instead of taking yet another holiday and making it retail bullshit.
It would be more preferable if I could date Channing Tatum. Unfortunately, I don't live in a world where that's a possibility.
Yeah, not
only
with
live in the real
that.
world.
Not with that attitude.
Mm-mm. He's
I mean,
he's just
Dream
too far
big.
gone. Channing, call
I
me.
mean, I think in America, our working laws and wages and such. I mean, they need a lot of reform anyway. But
That's
I
true.
mean, like down the line, yeah, sure, Thanksgiving off for everybody, most everybody. Yeah,
Sure,
it
I'd be
can
okay with
happen.
that. But that's not the way it is, though. You know?
I know it's not how
I
it
mean,
is, but you
yeah, I
strive.
would be okay with that. If they decided that they wanted to do that, I'd be perfectly 100% behind it.
I just want to
I'm
also.
not saying that they have to work on Thanksgiving. I think that's what you're conflating. Like, I'm not over here saying it doesn't matter what, you're going to have to work on Thanksgiving. It is the situation, and so therefore it just is how it is.
I just want to make sure that Christy knows how mad I am at her. The only other person I've ever kicked off my show was Darth Dawkins. So,
Ooh, that's deep.
yeah, that's rough.
That's deep. So,
Do
Gabe,
I
do you have
sound
any?
like
Do you have any qualms that you want to squash? Anything you want to argue about? Anything that you're unhappy
yeah,
with?
Red Eye, yeah, yes. Red Eye is giving me shit in the chat, and apparently I sound like I'm talking into a corncob dildo. Do I sound like shit to you guys?
What is a corncob dildo? Number one.
I did turn you up a little bit, but there's a little gravel in your voice. I don't know about a corncob dildo.
Well, I don't know what kind of gravel you hear, but I I am a little bit sick.
Ah, bummer.
Could be.
I don't know if it's like staticky gravel or me gravel.
No, you sound.
Mm.
I think you sound fine.
Yeah, you sound fine to me too.
I'm
Red
watching
Eye's just a
these-
dick.
All right, give
Red
us
Eye's
one more thing you're thankful for.
Red Eye.
Thankful for Red Eye. All right. That was me giving you the opportunity to choose between one of our channels, but I'm pretty sure you came from his end anyway, so probably would have been.
Yeah, he's a diehard NS fan.
I don't want to have to
It's
hang
hard
up
to
on
say
somebody
where I
else.
come from.
All right, I'll take it's hard to say.
Yeah,
Bing,
it's very
bing.
diplomatic.
We will we'll move on to the next one, and if anybody else wants to come on to chat with Kyle and I, just follow the link in the description. Go over to the YouTube chat. It's a Discord link. It'll bring you to my Discord. Go to the YouTube chat in the channels there, and just let us know. The next caller is the last one we have lined up. So, if the next caller, if we don't have anybody lined up after the next caller, we'll just probably wrap it there. I'm gonna wrap it for the first time in ever.
I still think we should do a little bit of master apology.
If you
At
can
least
figure
one
out
sample.
where the good parts are, Esso, I don't actually even see. Esso, try saying something here. I don't see your audio working on my end. You might have to refresh in there. Say something. I'm giving up on you.
Something.
Esso,
Let's do a little bit of.
try
While we wait, let's do
refreshing.
a little ASMR.
Okay, let's do it.
Welcome. It looks like you're looking for a haircut. Well, we can do that. I am now cutting your hair. Snip, snip.
Esso, message me and let me know on Discord what's going on. If you had to pull out or what there. I'm shooting links off to we've got a new volunteer here. Sorry, yeah. So maybe try a different browser too. Firefox often works better than Chrome if you need to change microphones or something. I'll leave your call open. I'll be able to see if you try to talk by these bars on it. Just try when you get it fixed. Otherwise, I am going to send off another link for somebody else.
Everyone's coming from Kyle's end at some point in time. That's very good, Milkman Dan. Very good, Milkman Dan. Quite funny.
Let's see here. We're sending a message off to Brian. So Brian, you should have a link, and let me know.
Hello, Brian.
Oh, Esso was having trouble getting Chroma to, because they don't have a camera. Was having trouble.
With vMix, they won't let you come in unless you have a camera.
And so they installed Chroma, which is what we had done on other things. I just don't know how to get it working.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Somebody is trying to marry Ida in there. That's fun.
Me first.
You know, I'm just saying, she's
I'm just
already
saying,
kind
did you
of
hear
my
what she left?
wife.
She left saying that she's a Kyle groupie now. So.
Oh, right. Kyle wrote it. Yeah. Ida, good luck for that call back tomorrow.
Oh, can I tell the joke about the gay gene from your? Yes, I can. There's a lot of research that goes into, especially nowadays when you have in the age of conversion therapy and all this. Science is looking for the gay gene. They're looking for the gene that will determine if you are gay or not, right? But I can save them all that money, all that research, all the time spent in the labs, because all you have to do is go to Gap. You'll find all the gay genes that you want.
That was an awful, awful joke.
That was fantastic. What are you talking
about? Terrible.
My live chat's going crazy. Pull up my live chat and watch. They're going crazy right now.
They're dying, I'm
live
sure.
Chat, don't be scared to let him know.
Oh my God, you started the first YouTube live chat mass suicide, you monster. Brian, do you want to be on screen or no? Good.
I'm good with being on screen.
Very cool. Oh man, are you? You handsome devil, you. Who are you, and what are you thankful for?
Sorry.
Very handsome. He's from Team NS.
Go on, tell us who you're thankful for.
You already not like.
I'm thankful for actually reasonable conversations. I met a pastor tonight. I went to like a community Thanksgiving, and it was so funny. He was actually almost making like anti-biblical arguments for me, and it was cracking me up because I was bringing up my concerns, and then he was like, "Yeah, Lot with his daughter is actually really messed up. Yeah, that's." Yeah. And he would just go into detail about everything I had concerns about, and we had such a reasonable conversation. And it actually started when he asked me, "What church do you go to?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't really believe the Bible. I just, I don't know." So it was really nice, and it was refreshing. And I'm also thankful for Kyle's hair.
Has anyone told you that you look like Tom Cruise?
No, dude.
Do you get that
Y'all can just finish up without
like
me.
Tom Cruise. You look just like Tom Cruise. Does he not, everybody? He looks just like Tom Cruise.
I see the parallels, but I can't. I have this thing where, like, the more somebody is just a garbage human being, they become uglier to me. And this Brian is very handsome, despite sucking your dick over here. And Tom Cruise is a monster, and it's just ugly to me.
Yeah.
You guys might know this gentleman, but do you remember Jerry O'Connell from Sliders? And that was when he was a little bit older. He was like an idol of mine growing up, and I think I've always kept my hair longer because, I don't know, he had his hair longer in Sliders, and I love sci-fi.
This is the first time I've grown my hair out this long. The longest I did.
It looks really good.
I did some emo cuts in high school. That was about as long as I went before.
I had my hair past my shoulders in high school.
Yeah.
Brian is very smart. He's one of the intellectual people.
Why are you shaking your head?
He's heavily invested in the philosophy and that sort of thing.
Oh, are you one of them philosophy guys?
I do some philosophy, but I also do a lot of math, statistics related stuff. But I like the philosophy. Steve can every conversation I've had with Steve, he's raked me over the coals on because I'm just not exact enough.
Oh well, listen, you know how we feel about Steve being exact.
I'm excited to see Steve and Matt Dillahunty, right? Has that been announced yet? Am I accidentally breaking news right now?
No, we talked about that on the show the other day.
Steve, I'm excited for that.
They had a disagreement about Steve's use of the word atheist, right? Is that what it stemmed off of?
Yeah.
Or the burden of proof, something like that.
Yep.
So we're gonna have them talk it out on the show. But yeah, we talked about that before.
I'm excited to see it. I love Steve and all, but he's treated like the Pope of agnosticism, which he designated himself.
Well, he is
And
the Pope.
I'm excited. I'm as excited as I would be as excited to see Kyle taken down a peg too. They're both very
No,
self-assured men.
Thankfully, that'll never happen, though. Thankfully, that'll never happen.
Remember that Santa
Brian,
thing?
where do you fall on the atheist definition?
I call myself an agnostic Jefferson deist. I don't know. I just like titles.
What is that?
But so
He suspects a creator for the origin of the universe. But he's
yeah,
not
it's
sure.
like I can't. I think it's quite possible. And if you asked me to bet all my money, I'd probably be like, yeah, there's probably no creator, but I can't rule it out. And so I'm a pretty, I could be by some people's definition a weak atheist, but I also see goodness in the Bible because, you know, you can pick whatever you want, so why not pick the good stuff? And so I'm, you know, maybe culturally Christian, and I don't believe any of the faith-related stuff.
Interesting. That's fascinating.
Yeah. I could go into that much more, but we do have other people. But I will point out in response to I'm going to kind of steal the question and answer it for you, Brian. All of what he was using just then were colloquial definitions and not the philosophical ones. Because philosophical ones are dumb. No, they're not dumb. But if you have philosophy, they're a little dumb. Have philosophy conversations if that's what you want to do in your philosophy in your philosophy groups or channels or whatever. But your day-to-day conversations, the reason these are the colloquial definition is they are the most useful conversationally.
Something you said in a recent video that really I really resonate with is you talk about all the nonsense people do where they just get into a really deep, rigid philosophical conversation, and it's just really nowhere. Like a lot of these proofs for God are just overly in-depth word games with philosophy. So I'm no philosopher, but you know.
No, me neither. Are you referring to when I was like, "You're not going to convince me with these stupid word games"? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm just like, no, that's the way I feel. I just hear people be like, it's a lot of the kalam and all this nonsense. I'm just like, it's not convincing, never was.
Jesus Christ, Ida is leaving me for everyone tonight. Ida and I had this very special, wonderful thing, and now she's left me for Kyle, and more recently, she has left me for Brian. So, Brian, enjoy Ida. It comes.
I'm taken. So thank you very much. Have a great night, guys.
We're all devastated to hear that. All three of us.
Particularly, we are. We are very devastated.
Oh, he's from. Let me. All right.
Left.
We have next up, and just a reminder to anybody. I don't know what's going on. I haven't been watching how many people are watching or how much it's going up and down. I thought it looked like I had a ward on my notes. Just a shadow. If you'd like to come and enjoy the conversation, because we are back down to just one caller left, go to the link in the description. Go to that Discord channel. Go to the YouTube chat under the live streams tab and say, hey, I would like to come in and share what I'm thankful for. Christian, if you would like to be on screen, just give a thumbs up there for me. I can see you even if okay, cool. And
sweet.
And
all right.
Christian, I don't know why I think this, but you look like every guy I've ever seen try to sell like a sports MLM, like a pyramid scheme. I don't know. You look like that guy to me. So anyway, why should we buy Invigoron berries in your reverse funnel system?
Oh God. You know, I actually one time early on in my life, I tried to sell insurance and I just can't do it. I am not a salesman in any way, shape, or form. I cannot sell.
Let's find out.
I couldn't sell socks.
Christian, let's find out. Okay, we need a pair of socks. Okay, why should we get our socks from you? Sell us those socks that you have in 30 seconds.
Because they're great with sandals.
Real quick, I got a super chat in from Puffaluffagus, and he asks, but how can you prove you're not a brain in a vat? I assume we are brains in vats. What are you talking about? Totally. I actually presuppose we're brains in vats. All right, go on there, Christian.
I'm a brain in a vat with a really nice pair of socks from Christian.
And a decent haircut.
decent, sure.
I just feel so
all
shit
the
on
cuts-
tonight.
cuts
Would
from here.
let's get somebody in there. Would somebody come to the Discord, say you want to come on and bring up my self-esteem a little? Because I'm feeling a little... I'm not allowed to drink
while we
because of
have
some health problems. I'm going to get drunk.
While we have
Anyway.
Christian here, what are you thankful for, Christian?
Yeah, let's do it, Christian.
This was my first Thanksgiving that I didn't have to spend with my Mormon family. I'll go with that.
Hell yeah. How do you feel about sherbet and Sprite, though?
Surprisingly, I think I have in fact had that, but not since I was like 12.
Okay.
Basically, since I was in the Boy Scouts, so...
I don't know if you follow my channel at all. I'm sorry I can only half hear you because I'm trying to restore the bun up here. But I don't know if you follow my channel at all. The Mormons don't want to be called Mormons anymore, so I have offered to take the name off of them as long as they give me all of the branding. And a Mormon is now any atheist who really enjoys the combination of sherbet and Sprite.
Well, I'm trying to diet, so I'm probably staying away from the sherbet.
I miss some of the hair.
And all sodas.
I'm going to leave it. I'll just have a little bit of a little half mullet coming out
Sadly.
here. And
I didn't even have dessert. That's the truth I'm thankful for, that I'm been able to keep on a diet and not have pie today.
it's carbs
It's
for
not-
me, man. It's I'm pretty. I've got sugar pretty behind me now. That's the one that's always tough for me. But carbs, I start getting like withdrawals and just get upset with people. So yeah,
I'm telling you, man. I used to be close to 300 pounds, and the moment that I cut sugar out, the weight just melted away. So I mean, that's key. As long as you can get past, and there's a thing too, like for the first 2 weeks that you cut sugar out, you're angry and pissed off. You start acting like Jimmy does on a normal basis day. Like, but once you get past those 2 weeks, it's fine. You don't even miss it anymore.
do I come off as angry? Do I come off as an angry person?
A little bit.
I'm quite elated. I quite enjoy life.
Maybe just in your videos, but it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
because of
in your
those
videos.
questions you got to answer. Yeah.
I always think I
anyone
seem I'm always trying to seem amused, to tell you the truth,
Try hard.
because I usually
Try
am.
hard.
That new Dr. Kim, he is a gift, frankly, and I'm really hoping we can get Dr. Kim on NonSec to talk to me. That would be wonderful.
Well, I didn't like that you picked on a 12-year-old Asian kid.
Not 12, not 12.
He's 12.
He's like
he's
he's
12.
a doctor from Berkeley.
Well, he's a doctor from Berkeley that's a 12-year-old.
Christy, I'm gonna send Christy another link. I feel a little bad about cutting her off, so if she wants to come in
So-
and finish out her call, I feel a little
Christian, whose side here did you come from? Are you a Mr. Atheist watcher?
Mr. Atheist.
bad. Oh, I love it.
It's just the fact of like
You don't have to
basically
qualify
share the
it.
same Stories. It's
Oh.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just living up in. I'm one of 6 kids.
Oh, dang.
I know you doubled up on that. You
Yeah.
know, and usually my Thanksgiving dinner is about 20 people, and I got to spend it with someone else, and we had 4 people, and it was great. We didn't have or needed 12 different pies. Because
You're just thankful that
insanity
there wasn't the option that many options of pies. That's why you liked it.
Exactly.
You didn't have
Yes.
the temptation of having 7 different types of pies. I get it.
My dad always like made it a big deal that we had multiple drinks. So we'd always have like a sparkling cider, then we'd have like a cranberry juice and Sprite, and there'd always be something else. But it was always like it was like such a big deal that we get 3 different drinks at Thanksgiving. And that's like 36 drinks with all those people. But when did you leave Mormonism?
I would say officially around 15 when I stopped going to the Boy Scouts, because that's kind of how it went for me. I went on a really bad trip, got Lyme disease, and that's when I like fully cut it off. Of just I'm not coming in because I had no reason to go for any social reason at all.
You know what's a nightmare for me? Like something I'm actually anxious will happen one day. I I was a Boy Scout, and there was at least, when I was 13, I kind of was just a dick. And there were these kids younger than me in Boy Scouts that I was kind of a dick to. And I'm just waiting for, like, to take a random call like this and be like, hey, what's up, motherfucker? Remember me? That one will be rough. That one will be tough to do.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, anything else? The one other thing I'm thankful for is I am no longer working at Amazon due to my building huff puff and blowing down. So I don't have to spend this year in a warehouse getting all the things you ordered today and or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Huff, puff, and blow it down. What is that?
No, the building I worked in actually collapsed.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Like,
why?
Actually collapsed and stuff. It was horrible.
Why?
Oh no, it was the news. You can actually look at Amazon building collapse. You can find the article.
Yeah, but what caused the collapse?
It says a tornado. Like,
Do you
officially.
question that? You say that like you question the validity of that.
I wasn't at the building at the time, so. I don't know.
So you do question it. Okay, so it was a conspiracy. I get. Look, I'm with you, man. there are things that go on that we can't explain, like the Sphinx and who built it. Same thing.
Apparently Christy is not going to come back on. She doesn't realize I was actually just giving her the opportunity to come on and admit she was lying and that she in fact loves my hair more than yours. But you know whatever.
What about this hair?
I'm loving that, man. You look like not just
A
the
neck
sports guy, pyramid scheme guy. You look like that's not a neck. That's one thing I don't understand. No one seems to know what a neck beard is. Like a neck beard is a thing, and it starts here and it goes. It's like I only keep about an inch of neck beard under my actual beard here.
I make sure to shave this neck right here. Just
Yeah.
you can't have that. You got this, like, no beard down there. No, you can't have that. I am very make sure I have a beard, but not a neck beard, because I do not want to be a neck beard. No one wants to be a neck beard.
I used to always trim all the way right up to my jawline just to make sure. I never wanted to worry about the ratio, but now that I can grow a little higher up on the cheeks, it's not too big a problem. Hey, did you ever? So I found most people with facial hair growing up wanted facial hair. Did you ever like do the things just because you could, not because they were good? Did you ever do like the strap, the little thin strap, or the shitty little mustache?
Chops?
Mutton chops? You did mutton chops?
I tried a mustache once and only once, because it ended up look like I would say.
And now you're on a national registry.
Exactly. That's what it looked like. Exactly. I only have one photo with that mustache, and it's horrible.
I used to have these like Elvis style sideburns. Like they came down to about right here and like jutted in a little bit when I was in I think it was my first year of college. But I had these like massive, awful, like looking back. I tried to find every picture of me with those sideburns and burn them. But it was some of the things we do in life looking back is just very questionable. Like when did we ever think that was a good idea?
I don't know. All right, we are going to jump on to some other calls, but Christian, love you. I'm thankful for you.
Yes. Goodbye, Christian.
Let's see here. I'm actually going to wait on the person who's I'm going to get past a few more calls because that'll be more fun. The next one we have on, I think you were Brim 2. Just give me a thumbs up if you want your video on the screen. Cool. And give me just another second because I need to make sure I can actually hear you. There we go. Go ahead and say something. Let me make sure I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can. You're pretty quiet, so I'll turn up some audio on my end.
Okay.
But cool. All right, Brim 2. What do you got for us?
Yeah. Well, personally, I'm thankful for lobster. I live in Maine. This is
You're gonna hate
Jordan
me.
Peterson fan.
The pumpkin
Jordan
pie
Peterson
people
thing.
and the lobster people are going to hate me tonight. I don't like lobster.
You can burn in hell.
I don't believe in
In
hell.
hell.
I don't believe in hell either.
Well, you know what? That brings in my theory. You're actually just hired by the Mormon Church to act as like, a little scapegoat for them to like preach to the little church boys to. Changed my mind.
Yep.
Totally
agree.
Did you grow up Mormon?
I did not. No, I
Okay.
grew up Muslim.
It was interesting you brought that up because Mormons do paint a caricature. So did Ida, by the way. I don't know if you, but anyway, Mormons do paint this caricature of atheists and people who leave the church as just like these terrible, miserable people and like don't be like this guy. And I could see me showing up in some Mormon propaganda in the future and people being like, "Do you really want to live a life like him?" I could see that. I could see that.
For just a second, this is huge. Mr. Intelligent Design, I see you in the chat. Would you please come in and tell us what you're thankful for? Please. It doesn't have to be anything more than that, but we would love to know what you're thankful for. So if you can hear me, Mr. Intelligent Design, please leave in the chat that a yes, and I will get you the link, and we'll get you in here and hear what you're thankful for. But yeah, so you were a Muslim.
Yeah. Not super strict or anything.
So the thing you're most thankful for is not being Muslim, I bet.
What was it that took you away
actually.
from that mistake? Because people who are usually Muslim
YouTube.
are like they're hardcore into it. Like it's you have to be committed in that religion. So what made you break away from it?
So when I was like about 13, I got really into it. Like before that, I grew up with my mother, and she wasn't very strict. She was like every once in a while, once in a blue moon, we'd go to a mosque, and I maybe only went twice, and it was basically it just wasn't a part of my life. Like the most it was ever a thing was I'd say I'm Muslim, and some kid at my school would be like, "You're gonna burn in hell," and But right around 13, I got really into it. Like I like some people listen to audiobooks. I just listened to like chapters from the Quran. And then like I started looking at it, I was like, because on YouTube I was really into like listening to people bash Christianity, and then I was like, oh, some of these arguments apply here too. And then from there it was just, well, I can't be intellectually honest and think this about Christianity and think this other thing about Islam. And
It's funny how that happens and how it's almost like the typical like experience of not just Mormons, not just Christians. It's literally just like I've realized how insane everything around me is, and that at its core it's not any different than for me. Oh, sorry, I accidentally cut your audio there. There you go. Go ahead.
And for Muslims, it's I think doubly so, because I don't know if anyone like follows it, but Muslims believe that that they are from like the same like religious family as Christians and Jews. So it's like the Jews were first, and then it was the Christians, and then the Muslims. So it's like anything that's wrong with Christianity is already wrong with Islam. It's
But they throw some ragers. I cut you again. I'm trying to fix things.
That's fine.
It's
true. Know how to throw a spring party.
Here, I've got another ex-Muslim here who wants to chat with you. We'll switch you to right there, and then we'll bring on back.
By the way, Mr. Intelligent Design has accepted the invite to come in. So I am looking forward to. It's in your email, Mr. Intelligent Design. So
he's already
we'll see you when you get it. He is? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I see him down
Got
there.
it.
I had to say something because I'm not. Oh, there you are. Okay, cool.
Give us 1 second, Mr. ID.
Say something there, Ida.
Hi.
Ida is an ex-Muslim as well.
Hi. Ooh, 2 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I was Mediterranean. Egyptian all the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Pakistani. It's
I want to actually also say, Brant,
Oh,
if
we're
you are
basically
watching,
brothers then.
Brant, if you're watching,
Exactly.
you may need to refresh. You are frozen on my end, so I think you have been you're locked. So you may need to refresh your browser or use a different browser. If you need me to send you a new link, just say so in the chat. And a reminder to anybody who would like to join the conversation and talk to Kyle and I, you may do so by going to the link down below and go into that Discord. Go to the one called YouTube Chat on the sidebar and just say that you want in. Anyway.
So while I have a real Egyptian here, let me ask a question. Who really built the Sphinx, and what year was it done?
Also, do you walk like this?
Yeah, all the time.
You have to.
Aliens. Aliens.
Yeah.
I knew it.
She wasn't saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
It's aliens. It's
Yeah.
aliens.
Is
There you
Mr.
go.
Intelligent Design going to put his camera on? You can if you want, man, but you
Mr.
don't have to.
Mr. ID, are you going to be on camera? I can't hear him if you've got him. You'll be able to hear him.
I'll
Well, I think my camera is not
There we
working
go.
right now.
Okay. All right. We'll get
So,
you here in a moment. Let us
Yeah,
finish
we'll-
up with
we'll-
these two,
we'll
and we'll get you in here.
Mr. ID.
Give you just a
We'll
moment.
get you in just a second.
All
Hold
right.
tight.
Ida, I'm gonna just put you back on hold. You can do your thing here in a moment. But do you have any last things you're thankful for you want to list off there?
Hey, yeah. Oh, really, just the time between people starting to eat when they're shutting the fuck up, and when they're not eating when they're not shutting the fuck up.
You like the shut the fuck up
That-
time period.
I do.
All
It's
right.
great. My nephews were terrible.
And I'm really mad at you for outing me as a secret Mormon. But you know, what are we gonna do about it? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Thanks for calling in, man.
Oh yeah.
Goodbye, sir.
It was a pleasure.
Peace.
Peace.
All right. Mr. Intelligent Design. I think, give me just 2 seconds to make sure everything's on there. Mr. Intelligent Design, what are you thankful for?
Well, first, hello to all of you here and this beautiful channel, and I'm thankful because I discovered the real intelligence. For almost 2,000 years of our from the time of Greeks until now, we are doing science, but I think I am the only person in the whole world who nailed the topic of intelligence, and science must start from intelligence. That's why it's very thankful for me.
That is
tell us what
quite.
that is.
Yeah. What have you discovered first in the world, or you're just saying the only person in the world right now?
What I said is that I discovered intelligence, which means I also discovered non-intelligence, which means I know the difference, the dividing line between intelligence to non-intelligence. Sometimes I use the word intention for intelligence, or importance for intelligence, and non-intentional for non-intelligence, because I think these two words are easy for those people who are trying to grasp my science, my idea, because the topic of intelligence is a very difficult topic. We have 71 definition now, researched and published in archive.org. So if I add one more definition of intelligence, then we have 72. And assuming that every scientist will going to make one book for every definition, we will have 72 books for our science. It's crazy.
So
it's
what is
crazy.
the line between intelligence and non-intelligence?
That's a good question, actually. The line is simple. The line, I use this answers, very short and simple answer. Intelligence, because I have my own test of intelligence based on my experiment, my categorization, my dividing line between intelligence and non-intelligence is intelligence is always as a pattern. Okay, intelligence is always problem solution, problem it has two or more solutions as general rule. And non-intelligence or non-intentional is always problem solution. In other words, if you have another explanation for that, probably I'm wrong. But this explanation is perfect, correct, scientific, universal, because it is applicable to all fields in science, to all parts of our lives. That's why I am so confident that I'm right. Okay.
Are you thankful? Go ahead. Sorry,
Jimmy. Let me ask you this question, Jimmy, because I think you have a very interesting view on how we got to where we are today. In your you've written a book about it. Your in evolution. Did we evolve, Mr. Intelligent Design, or how do you think that humans became what we are today?
Okay, so when I discuss, my direct answer for that is that based on the origin of life and living organisms, we are intelligent design. We are created intelligently, but based on the change in biological world that Darwin had seen until now, that we are seeing in the change in biology, I call it interrelation. We are just interrelating. So I have my model. The model is actually, I call it biological interrelation, in where inside the biological interrelation there are two main parts. First part is the origin of life and the origin of living organisms. Second, inside the biological interrelation, there is also the change that you can see. For example, genetic drift or something like that. We can see that in reality. But I call that interrelation. They are just all living organisms are just interrelating. That's why, but not evolving. Okay.
how old do you believe the world is?
Okay. I for me, based on intelligence, I believe that the universe is that the Earth is probably 6,000 years old.
Based on
Because
intelligence.
yes, based on intelligence. Because
Yeah.
intelligence always use a quick time, simultaneous. So that's why if my science of intelligence is correct, then the whole science will change. It must change. That's why I am persistent to say that
Almost
I
on a
am right.
quantum level. Like if it turns out you're correct, I think planes will fall out of the sky, cell phones will stop working. Like that would be huge, because everything we have right now is based on not that.
Yeah, how do you answer this, Mr. ID? Let me ask you this: how do you answer the fact that we can date fossils? What's your answer to that? And we date them older than 6,000 years. They're in the millions.
We'll make this the last
what's your
question,
answer to
then
that?
we'll let you list off something else you're thankful for. But we do have Brant. Brant has been waiting very patiently, so I want to get over to Brant too.
Sure.
Okay,
Go ahead, Mr.
so
ID. How do you date fossils?
well, to tell you the truth, I did not go back. I did not come to dating to study dating for intelligence. I never included it in my science book. But first, because intelligence is always I'm better say it's so obvious to me. The topic of intelligence and non-intelligence is so obvious to me that I first believe on that rather than believe on the other scientists who said that this fossil has millions of years old age. First reason. First, those scientists who are concluding that those fossils are old didn't have any clue about intelligence or intention. Therefore, if you don't know about intelligence, you don't know about reality. You don't know about science actually. So once you make an explanation without intelligence, you are automatically wrong. That's why I cannot believe in them.
Have you
They
ever
are probably.
Have you heard of a show called Talk Heathen?
No, I never heard that.
Check them out. It's Talk TLAK Heathen. They're just like the Atheist Experience, but I think Eric would love to talk to you and have a conversation with you. You should. They do a call-in show on Sundays, and what they are interested in is what you believe and why you believe it. And I would just love to watch you talk to Eric and Jamie about
Yeah,
about
please
this.
refer me
Yeah.
to them. I will search for that, and I
Yeah.
will because we have a different time frame. Maybe I had to adjust my time so that I
Noon.
could talk to
Yeah,
them.
you're in
Yeah,
Japan.
I would like to share.
Yeah, they're noon Central Time. So 1 o'clock. Wait, it goes the other way. So they're 11 Eastern Time, whatever that turns into in Japan, or
Yeah.
2. Am I going
Yeah.
the wrong way with that?
And
Time zones.
Mr. ID,
Okay, I will try. Yes.
what day did we decide on that you're coming on the show?
Give it. Yeah.
Can you repeat again, please, Kyle? Can you repeat again?
What
Can-
day did we decide that you were going to come on? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh well, next week is
think it was-
possible. If we have the same time right now like this, I think I am okay.
The 12th of December at this time.
12th of December at this time. Okay,
It's a
it's
Wednesday.
Wednesday. December in your time, right? Not in my time.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so I will put it here in my calendar. Okay, so
Okay, cool.
December 12th in your
12th.
time, right?
Right.
Okay, so I had to give you a time. Okay, December. Okay.
And look
All right.
up
Yeah, no
Talkie
problem.
then.
We're gonna,
Give us one more thing you're thankful for, and then we're gonna move on to the next one.
Well, actually, what I think about what I have a many topics.
What
to
you're
think.
thankful for. One more thing that you're
Thankful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, first I thank you for giving me your time. I thank Kyle because he is patient to me for giving me link to his channel. But sometimes I screw it up because my timing is different. So I thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my new discovery. Because if I'm right, and I think I am, we could help
Really?
human being. We could help science. Yeah, it's true.
Mhm.
Because if I am wrong, I don't want to put myself in the public. Why should I? Why does I put myself in shame if I am wrong? You know,
That is
it's illogical. It's illogical.
yeah. Very.
So that's the reason why I really thank you. I really thank Kyle and Steve for giving me this opportunity. Actually, first for Steve because he scouted me in his channel. He called me. Actually, he said to me last year to have a hangout on his channel. So now we are here in Kyle's show. But anyway,
Right.
thank you. I hope we need to support this show. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Mr. ID.
We're thankful for
Take
you.
care. Take care.
I'd be really
Konnichiwa.
thankful if Mr. ID would take that thing about why subject themselves to ridicule to like flat earthers. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
Brant, give me a thumbs up if you want to be on screen. Cool. Good deal. Good deal. And hello, Brant.
All right, I'm lagging, I'm sure, but that's
No,
all
you're
right. No, I just want to come on here to say what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving.
Very cool. I thought you were going to
basically
play a song, to tell you the truth, and that's what I really got excited about, but we can just go
no,
with thankful for.
no.
Okay.
You don't need a copyright strike.
Oh, there we go.
No, I was just going to side with Jimmy on this one. I'm thankful for Jimmy's hair,
Needs one.
not
He
Kyle's.
needs one.
Thank you.
He
Yeah.
needs one.
So,
Thank you.
especially now that he's put the bun back in, that's
Yeah.
really helped quite a bit.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
You're doing a really good. You're doing a really good thing right now.
I like.
Yeah, I
like-
know. I
I like-
never follow, so.
I like the hair down when I do it off to the side and slick the one thing over, but otherwise I don't really go with my hair down very often.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you.
I like
How
the
do you
ne-
feel about
I
pumpkin
like the
pie?
never follow thing. I like the never
Oh,
follow
I'm-
sneaking you.
100% for pumpkin pie. I don't
That's
know
okay.
if there's a debate earlier. Okay,
I'm not
well,
a fan. I just really
You're
don't
not
like
a
it.
fan.
Yeah, I'm
All
not.
right.
I don't like many squash-based desserts, I guess.
I'm okay with it. I am
Yeah,
okay
alright.
with it.
All right, so that's not too
There
bad.
I don't know many others other than the pumpkin squash based.
Oh, strawberry cream pie is my favorite, though, as far as pies go. Strawberry cream, ooh, ooh, so good.
Then the other thing I'm thankful for is living in a country like ours where we're allowed to have our freedom of religion.
Yeah.
Or from religion.
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. Here's hoping we hold on to it because it's doesn't feel guaranteed some days. Just saying, Brett Kavanaugh. Very cool.
Are you religious?
Yeah, I am not. No. I'm religiously atheist.
Are you like a secular humanist?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not side with Steve. I do not believe in agnosticism. I think it's a brain defect. Only because I like to give Steve shit about it.
I think you won Kyle and I over the moment you said I don't agree with Steve. We were just gonna be happy.
He has a brain defect. Oh man, he's gonna love you.
And math is the root of all evil.
Ooh, never math, not even once.
No,
never math, not even.
There's an interesting statement.
I forgot to ask Mr. ID whether or not they're thankful for marijuana. Damn it.
Oh,
that would
have been a good one.
Missed opportunity. Well, thank you very much, Brant. Do you want to come up with one last off the top of your head to go out on a bang?
Thankful for my sobriety.
Hell yeah.
I'm there with you, Jimmy, other than the fact that I do it by choice, not by whatever it is.
The alcohol I quit because I had to. However, I was addicted to some other substances and have been sober for about 5 years now. 5-6 years. Somewhere in there.
Oh, cool. Very good. I'm going on 3.
What was your drug of...
I don't want to give it away, but...
Not you. I know what you did.
Oh, he said it.
Yeah, that was pretty... That would have been mine if I could afford it.
I couldn't afford it, but I still didn't.
Was it alcohol?
Alcohol mainly, yep. Alcohol and a little bit of the math. I mean, well, close to that.
Yeah.
And
touch of math.
Touch of
alcohol is a rough thing to get through. Alcohol is a rough
thing
to get through.
Good on you, man.
The meth and cocaine isn't physically addicting, so you don't have anything that you get through. But the alcohol that will fuck you up.
As an atheist, do you recommend Alcoholics Anonymous or some other method?
I do for those who are level-headed enough to see through the bullshit.
Okay, for those who go
because
the Jesus part's
I needed
baloney.
it.
Yeah.
I needed it for the first 4 months, and then after that, I couldn't do it anymore. I just honestly couldn't do it anymore. There was just too much ending in the God's prayer and
too much
everything. It was way too Christy.
So something based on community and accountability where you have somebody who's looking out for you, you look out for others, that's all good, but let's drop the Christ.
Exactly. It would work. The program would probably work a lot better without it.
Don't trust a Christ, never trust a Christ. I'm going to make that parody.
But you can trust a Christy.
That's true. Good old Christy. Yes. We're all thankful for Christy, even though I'm mad at her. All right.
I'm more thankful than you. All right. Have a good one.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Brett.
Yeah.
What a nice dude. So we have, once again, just one last caller lined up. And then Ida, we'll let Ida back in at the very end. But if you want to come in and talk to us, this has gone great. This has really cheered me up on this somewhat boring of a Thanksgiving. So if you want to come on, we've got a few minutes left. We can go to the link in the description, go to the YouTube chat in that Discord that it takes you to, and say, I'd like to come on. Otherwise, Nikki, thumbs up if you want to be on screen. Cool.
Real quick, you know what?
Go ahead.
Would help your boredom on Thanksgiving if you got a job that would put you to work on Thanksgiving.
I did work, but I worked from home. I didn't have to, and that was my privilege.
I'm just saying, it cures boredom.
Nikki! I feel like this is going to be another person who's like, here is my fan that's just going to shit on me and side with you again. We'll find out.
I'm not.
we all know that she's from your team.
So were all the other people who shit on me earlier. Nikki, what are you thankful for?
Well, first, Esto Lycan asked me to let you know what he was thankful for.
Okay.
Or he was going to say, or they were going to say, I'm thankful GIF is the best pronunciation for GIF.
It's a good thing Esso didn't make it on here because they would have been the second hang up of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I am actually I'm pretty grateful for everybody I've met on the YouTube stuff. You're okay too, Jimmy.
Brim2 said, the ex-Muslim guy said that his mother is also a third-level Reiki master, but I'm not sure what that is.
What is that?
Maybe Ida will know.
Master.
I don't know then. I don't know. All right, Nikki, go ahead. Sorry, what are you thankful for?
No, just mostly just this community, because I live in a very small town, so I ain't got much of that kind of community here.
No,
so
I
that's pretty much it.
I too am really thankful. In fact, if I'm going to give a specific shout out, I am very thankful for Shannon Q.
Yeah.
So genetically modified skeptic, who I'm also thankful for. Earlier this year, one of my patrons and subscribers called Brian, who's like the coolest dude, he got one of my videos to Genetically Modified Skeptic. Genetically Modified Skeptic tweeted me out. Shannon Q saw that and introduced me to everybody. So that's how I met the non-sec people. That's how I met Godless Engineer, Logic, all of those people. And that's how we're that's how it worked. And
Shannon is fantastic.
She's not an American. I don't know if they celebrate Thanksgiving in Canada. Do they?
They do, but it's earlier. It's like a month ago.
Well, I am thankful for Shannon Q.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, so in the great hair debate, who takes the cake?
I have to go with Jimmy on that one.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad.
But personally, I prefer your hair down. But hey.
I know you like the hair down more. I know.
Yes,
I know.
yes.
There's like
I did go out. I did go out Black Friday shopping. Thank you for your question. I did go out Black Friday shopping, and I got a TV.
On Thanksgiving, making those poor people work a little harder.
No, I didn't make them work.
No,
I didn't make them work.
They
could quit.
You
They
had
didn't
not
have
buy
to
that
work.
TV.
Oh, they could
We're
just
innocent
simply
people
quit.
home with their families.
That's true.
It's your fault.
That's just reality.
Good job.
It's just reality.
You're why Valentine's Day exists. Can we all agree that that's a bullshit holiday?
Yes, that is a bullshit holiday. Although I celebrate it super hard every year. I am really big into the Thanksgiving. I don't get the point, but I love it. Is that weird?
You're getting a lot of compliments in the live chat over there, Nikki.
Oh, thank you.
Wonder why.
Because she's a fine fella.
Yes, she's that's what I'm saying. The people I don't get though. People like you have somebody on that's like pleasant, or it happens to our show all the time. We get people on there that are really pleasant, and everybody comments like, "Wow, this person's really cool" or whatever. And to me, that just seems like are you assuming that they won't be?
Yes.
You know, when they come, are you assuming that
when they
won't
come
be?
on non-sec, they are only expecting a dumpster fire, and anything else is a pleasant surprise.
Well, that's true. That's true. That is
yeah.
true.
I just cracked this mystery wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Well, do you want to go out with one last thing you are thankful for?
No, that's pretty much it.
How do you feel about pumpkin pie?
Pumpkin pie's okay, but I prefer pecan.
I do love me some pecan pie.
That is good.
Yeah,
that is a good
yeah.
choice too.
Yeah, and strawberry cream
Yeah.
pie.
I've never had that, so I don't know.
It's the best. It's the best.
I'll take it.
Well, I'm sad that you didn't side with me on the hair thing, but it's okay. We'll
Sorry,
let it.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, well, Jimmy already knew how I felt about his hair, so that was a little, you know.
The deck was stacked.
Yeah.
But you were the one who
Right.
asked Kyle, so.
I know. I deserve it.
It felt
It's okay.
good. All right. Thank you, Nikki.
See ya.
Bye, Nikki.
We'll bring back your girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
Let me get the audio on here. Boom.
She
Okay.
she is lovely enough to make me go straight again, I think. They are out there.
That's quite the compliment.
Thank
But,
you.
yeah. You're welcome.
You gonna help
Well,
us
I'm
finish?
definitely excited with Jimmy on the hair thing. I like guys who spend less time on their hair than I do, and I don't spend
Yeah,
much
that's not
time on my hair.
Oh, damn. The shade.
I do. It's not shade. I spend an inordinate amount of time on my hair, like too long. It annoys even me that I spend that amount of time on my hair. I wish there was a magic button that could fix it for me, or I had a little robot that could do it. I don't. So I have to sit in the trenches for literally way longer than a normal person should. But I do it for the benefit of humanity. Because if I didn't fix my hair, it just wouldn't be the same. So,
Kyle, do you like guys who spend?
I think you're beautiful with or without the hair.
see, I love her.
Have you seen me, bald,
Do I-
Ida?
Do I like guys
have
that
seen
spend a lot?
You actually pull it up.
No, I don't actually. That's an interesting thing. To me, like my kind of guy is a I don't know how to describe it. A bro, I guess, is the best word to sum up.
Same.
A bro is my kind of guy.
You're just both
Yeah.
trying to hurt me tonight, I think. It's both of you.
I'm sorry. I came on here to tell you that I think you're beautiful. Come on.
Aw, I totally didn't choose you for that reason at all. Let's do one more round of what we're thankful for, shall we? Kyle,
Sure.
what are you most thankful for this year?
What am I most thankful for? Creativity. I'm
Not
most
bad.
thankful that we as humans have the unbelievable ability to think something in our heads and then bring it into reality, to take something that didn't exist and make it exist. I think that is probably the greatest thing that we can do. It keeps us moving forward. It keeps things new and better and improves our way of living, and it taps into something that makes us feel, whether it be music or art, or you ever listen to a song and it's so powerful enough that it makes you cry, or movies that do that, they tap into something. All of that kind of thing that just hits you like powerfully in that spot, I think, is something that should be celebrated, and more so than it is. And to be able to see on this platform alone the amount of creativity that people have in their videos and the things that they're able to come up with, and it's just amazing to me. So I'm thankful that we as people are able to dream and create.
Did you love that creative thing I did where I started like watching videos that Theists made and then I like react to them? That just came to me. No one else does that.
But you have to think that in every video there's an intro video. There are visuals that you create. You come up with jingles, the jokes, the timing of each response, the witty cut downs that come with it. All of that is created and appreciated apparently because your subscriber count is increasing instead of decreasing. So
something I'm very thankful for. Something else I'm very thankful for would be, since I gave Shannon the shout out earlier, I do want to throw a few more out there. I have made some incredible friends doing this, people who not just are like the equivalent of a colleague or a person you would collab with, but people that I genuinely love spending time with. Luxander, who was here earlier, they are just been an amazing friend and amazing support. Matt, Godless Iowan, Cirrus the Skeptic, Ocean, that's the weirdest fucking thing. One of my favorite people I've met this year, and one of the better friends I've made on this platform. is a fucking polytheist. He literally believes in Thor, but he's like the coolest dude.
What's like the coolest? No, like if you're gonna believe in a god, it should be a god like Thor. You know, like a badass Viking. I mean, I can get behind that.
I get it. But he is the badass Viking. He's more Thor to me than Thor is. And Ocean, I can't give you a bigger compliment. Somebody isolate that and send it to Ocean. Do something for him to jerk off to. Caitlin and John, Godless Engineer, both wonderful people. And I am very thankful for this channel called NonSec, who, when I was very early on, saw potential in me, invited me on. We had some awesome discussions. Then we had a debate that was just fucking boring. But then the rest of everything else was awesome. So also thankful for Kyle and Steve and the NonSec show. And Steve, I do love you, but come on with the agnosticism. Come on.
I'm thankful for you as well, Jimmy.
Thanks, man.
It was a boring debate,
Jimmy.
but
well, you know, that's pretty selfish. Didn't I already say I was thankful for you earlier? I did. When I was talking about, I think I did. Ida runs my Discord, and also she grabs videos for me to review. But anyway, Kyle, you are right. That debate was I literally apologized to Kyle after, and then made a video apologizing for wasting everybody's time, because it was clear that not only was the debate boring, I clearly wasn't into it.
it was fine. It was fine.
It was pretty boring.
So, Ida, what's the last thing that you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for the game of Smash or Pass that was going on in the super chat whenever any of the callers were coming on.
Let me tell you though, that which one, what was it? Brian, his name? The one who said he was taken. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
My
He's an
heart's
attractive
been
guy.
real handsome.
He's a super attractive guy.
He also has a really good voice, which is a thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Real good voice.
He's very smart. He's very smart.
Hell
Smart with killer looks. Can we listen to one statement by Master Apologist before we close?
All right, let's pull it up. Do you know about where I need to go?
No, but just land on anywhere where he's running his mouth.
We'll move Ida up to like above, and we'll move this to like.
So, guys, if you haven't been following along, there's this gentleman named Master Apologist. Now, I want you to think of someone that would be an actual Master Apologist, somebody that's just fantastic at apologetics. He is the complete opposite. He is actually, his name is an oxymoron for him. He is he's not a Master Apologist at all. But we had him on our show. Jimmy's done a video about him. When he was on our show, he got his ass handed to him because he was defending slavery and in the Bible. And then he backed out on Jimmy for a debate because what was the reason he didn't want to? Or he blocked you. He blocked you. That's what.
Yeah, let me talk about this guy for just a moment. Let's actually get to the still. That's SJ. So this guy, Master Apologist, first of all, his tweets are incredible. He talks about how his debate score right now is 400-0, and I'm sorry for tooting my own horn here, but do go watch my video after this. It's called it's over on the channel Mr. Atheist, and it's called Master Apologist Challenges Then Blocks Me, and I read off some of his tweets. He genuinely thinks he is the pinnacle of like apologetics, and he thinks no one can defeat him and his partner. Like I said, he thinks he has the score of 400-0, and he says things like, "You will beg me to convert you," or like, "We're so good you need to beg us to engage you." Shannon Q challenged him to a debate, and he says he does not debate women. He challenged Ocean to a debate. Ocean said yes, but only one. What's that?
I just face right now with the whole "I don't debate women" thing.
Yeah. Ocean, he was going to debate Ocean, but demanded a 2v2. Ocean said, "No, I will do a 1v1, but I want to represent my side. I don't want to go find another polytheist because most of them don't want to debate." He's kind of like a black swan in the polytheist community. As a result, he blocked him. But before that, he blocked me because I also said, no, I'm not going to do 2v2. By the way, what really annoys me is you've just popped out of nowhere and you're running around being a dick and demanding to come on people's channels and demanding debates. Meanwhile, you have all of 9 subscribers. Oh, I'm sorry, it went up to 10 after my video went up. You're fucking welcome. You and your 10 subscribers on your channel. And I'm not trying to big league somebody. If I looked at your channel and it looked like you were putting in the work and effort and people just weren't connecting, I'd think about it. You aren't. You have 10 subs, 0 people on your Patreon. You're just an asshole who comes on demanding. And so what I said my terms was I will do a 1v1 debate with you once you have 90% of the subscriber base I do. Because that means you're taking this seriously and you're fucking trying. Or at least something parallel to go for. Anyway, he blocked me for that.
Brian, the hot guy that was on. By the way, when you say taken, Brian, how committed to that are you? Just curious.
Whoever your significant other is, maybe just show them the episode, ask them what they think about,
or just take a hall pass. I hear that's the thing now.
You know, you could always.
Anyway,
I don't want to.
Brian says that he asked a question in this show to Master Apologists. Brian, do you remember about where that took place? We'll try to find it, but for now, Jimmy, just pop anywhere this guy's moving his mouth and let's hear what he's talking about.
Let me make sure that the audio is ready from the onset here. YouTube, boom, boom, boom. Here we go.
Feed the poor and.
Good if you were in heaven knowing that your child is not there because he decided he didn't want to be there.
Well, again, I would raise my kids with character. If at the end of the day that they verbally
does that imply that we don't have character?
God doesn't exist, that wouldn't be as important as if they. Is if they treat others well, is if they feed the poor and help those.
Is he ever less boring than this? Because this is pretty boring. Let's find.
What is he talking about though? She asked a very simple question, and this is another thing with him. He is the master at word salad. Like he will give you the most convoluted, complicated answer to a simple. You could ask him, "Are you hungry?" and he'll give you a 10,000 word essay on everything to do with everything else, but nothing to do with why he's being hungry. So just watch for that.
It's words. It's not just word salad. It's like word pontification salad. That's it. There's so much "I'm clearly right" ego in it. Let's try this one. I was a little bored by this first one. I don't know who that guy is. Also, his mannerisms drive me up the wall.
Well, that brings me to another sort of issue that I hear a lot from atheists. Okay.
Can I ask y'all a really sophisticated atheist question?
Oh, here it is.
Sure.
This is what I was telling you about earlier, Jimmy.
Okay.
The sandwich.
An atheist walks into a sandwich shop, and he's not allowed to get his favorite ham and cheese sandwich, and then proclaims that his suffering shows that God does not exist because God did not give him the sandwich. How would you reply to that sophisticated argument?
I'm just going to interrupt here for just a moment.
You have to let SJ finish, Jimmy. You have to let SJ answer this before you go.
So based on the fact that so you're saying that based on the fact that there is a temporary suffering that God doesn't.
Sorry, look at his face down. He thinks he's come up with the most clever fucking thing. I don't know if people can see the little icon on there. He's laughing right now. He just nailed this.
Exist? I see you laughing while you're asking. Is it so that because there's a temporary suffering that I don't think that an atheist would actually say that. I think that, but I do think that sometimes there is a problem with pain, and I do think that there are many atheists who would probably say that something, maybe something very bad happened in their life, and they felt like they called out to God and felt that God didn't answer them, and therefore there must not be a God. And so I think that might be.
Well, I don't
Ashley
necessarily
Shine.
agree with her representation either. There might be atheists that have that shallow of thinking. They're not usually the
Sure.
ones. But
Yeah.
SJ,
The point is, she stood up to him. She
it is
stood up to
funny
him.
that SJ stood up to him. Let me just say this about SJ. She blocked me too, simply because I point out she is constantly strawmanning atheist moral arguments. So SJ,
Yeah.
fine, great here, but also afraid of engaging
Yeah.
with people who call her out for bullshit.
Good. I
More of what we would
have a
see.
good.
They called out to God and tried to get an answer, and it seemed like God.
I tried to pause so you could keep talking, but it wouldn't seem
That's
to let
okay.
me.
It's okay.
I want to see Brian. I want to see this dude pick back up. I think his name's Josh, actually. I called him Brian.
That is going to make life better for you or for others eventually.
Actually, I want to point out one other thing. This is a mock debate they were doing. He is so desperate to debate atheists that he couldn't. Like that, because he couldn't do it, he had a mock debate with another Christian apologist.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty telling.
He keeps saying sophisticated argument. He's saying this is a sophisticated question. It's about a guy walking into a sandwich shop.
But he didn't get his ham and cheese. Yes, this is the very sophisticated. You know, no wonder he thinks he's 400-0. I think he thinks every time he jerks off in shame, that's somehow a debate victory. I'm 400-0 before lunch.
What do you think?
Wait, I want to hear him. Keep going.
Sorry, could you restate the question real quickly?
Yeah. An atheist walks into a sandwich shop and he's not allowed to get his ham sandwich. And he feels that all this suffering confronts him and shows that God doesn't exist. Now, what do you think about that type of argument? I bring it up because I think it's at the level of many type of arguments. Not all, but a good sufficient.
You know what?
Yeah,
that actually shows what a fucking moron this dude is. Like, if you think that is literally the level that these debates are coming at, as long as you're okay with me doing the same thing to you, like I just come at you with the most shallow, here it's obvious God fucking exists because how do you explain a fucking rainbow? I don't characterize all, now that was really funny that a bunch of them did it at the Ken Ham debate, but I'm not going to characterize all Christians as thinking the ultimate proof of a fucking rainbow, of a fucking God is a rainbow. But this motherfucker literally just said this is about as sophisticated as some of, not all, but some are, with his stupid fucking 400-0 shame masturbation face. Go fuck yourself. Talk to me, you weird Jesus-looking.
Well,
fool.
I mean, the
Go ahead.
I think he just makes me want to cringe constantly. Most people that Jimmy reacts to make me want to cringe constantly.
Yeah, it's like somebody took the worst parts of Reddit and shook it into Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. Doesn't he look like
He's
the
just
human
so
version of
fucking
Dexter?
full of himself. He's so arrogant. Ah.
Let me just
bring.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Let me just bring something up.
How come he'll debate a woman in a mock debate? By the way,
B.F. Skinner, and his associate Watson, they believe that these immediate consequences are what was of supreme importance. That behaviorism. That was that they could make a person do whatever. So they reduced morality or induced everything to this behavioral type principle. And I think we are better than that. And I think that has really
What are you saying?
I think that's one thing that's a problem with our education system.
You know what? Here's the funny thing. He says atheists see the suffering of not getting a ham sandwich as our proof that God doesn't exist. Meanwhile, isn't it Christians who do look at little things that happen during the day? Like, I prayed that I would find something on sale and there was this belt in my size on sale, and then post that shit on fucking Facebook. God is so good.
Yeah.
Aren't you using the argument against the wrong people? But and by the way, that's every Christian.
or that your team will win on Sunday. And it's funny to me that they call this a mock debate because in a certain respect they're 100% correct.
It's a mockery of a debate.
Yeah, it's definitely a mock debate. We should definitely mock the debate. So they are, and the other guy that he's talking to is Andrew, who is just as equally as garbage human as he is. Andrew is a red pill religion guy. Actually, one of the people that we took down in that Sunday show, but he is just as miserable as Master Apologist. I hate even saying Master Apologist. Can we change his name to Apologist? Really? I think that should be his new name. Apologist. Really?
I think it should be Shameful Masturbating Apologist.
I'm gonna say Apologist. Really? That's it. With the emphasis on the really part and a question mark. I don't think it's true. Yeah, he's a history teacher. That's the other thing. He teaches kids history. That's his occupation. This man is teaching kids history.
Who's your atheist? Who's your atheist for $5 wrote, "I'm thankful for Jimmy's rant." I did go on a bit of a rant there. This guy just pisses me the fuck off. He's so sure that he's brilliant, but he's not going to actually be brilliant. What he's going to do is just keep telling everyone he's brilliant. He knows words. He has the best words. Went to the best school with the best words. He knows words.
I'm curious to know whether, how old he thinks the Earth is. If he's a history teacher.
I'm gonna go with 6,000.
He's probably who gave Matt Powell the fucking picture of the Civil War dudes with a fucking pterodactyl.
Right. The thing is, though, he defended slavery in the show that he was in with us. His answer to that was that we can't understand the conditions that they lived in back then, and this was God's way of regulating something that was not nobody really wanted slavery, but it was there, so God decided that he might as well regulate it. Well, if God can burn bushes without them actually burning, or part seas so that people can walk across them, I'm pretty sure he's capable of saying, "Hey, don't own other people." Or he can say that with being gay. Don't be gay, or don't wear mixed fabric. Don't eat shrimp. But he can't bring himself to say, "Don't own people."
Yeah. Fuck this guy.
He only likes to butt in the things that shouldn't be anybody's business.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. Fuck God. Jesus did make my bush burn, but Jesus was a guy I dated in the 80s. I don't want to listen to this
what was 3?
dude anymore. I wasn't alive. I was created in the 80s. My sperm and egg combo happened in the 80s, but
Let's not talk about that.
Wasn't actually born until the 90s. Well, no, I'm not worried about it. I imagine they did it, reverse cowgirl, because I came out a boy.
Stop. No, I was not allow this to go on. You don't know.
I'm thankful for people who can openly acknowledge and talk about that their parents have sex.
I am not.
Hey,
you're weird.
Everybody, this Sunday, after the Golden Nuns, Kyle is coming to play Quiplash with myself, Eric Murphy, Kate from Bionic Dance, Thomas Westbrook, Godless Iowan, Godless Cranium is also coming. So just a veritable who's
How'd you
who.
get that asshole? How'd you get that asshole to do something? Yeah.
We're buddies, man.
He's an asshole.
We're buds. I love that guy. He's
I'm
also.
I do too.
I like anybody who laughs at my jokes, to tell you the truth. He thinks I'm funny, which makes me like him. But I also like him. But that helped a lot. Yeah.
He was actually one of the first people that I met in this community. I remember talking to him when he had, I think it was 12,000 subscribers. And I thought that I was, talking to a celebrity, because I had watched his videos before I even started, doing YouTube, and just talked to him. I was all nervous, and you could hear the shake in my voice, like, oh, I'm talking to somebody like a real YouTuber.
Yeah.
So now
I feel that way about YouTubers who now have less subscribers than me. I keep trying to get Zelf on the shelf to fucking notice me. He's an ex-Mormon YouTuber, and like anytime he likes my tweet, I'm just like, meh. Well, and it's him and his wife, but I don't know. I like the two of them a lot, and so I still feel that way about channels with with less subs than I have
Let
now.
me. Since we're talking about upcoming shows, everyone, you should join us tomorrow at 8 because we have a doozy. We did a show about Lord Rael, who is, as everyone knows, the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. He came back in 2011 and created quite the following, and his following followed him out of the country, and he convinced them to sell all of their worldly possessions and donate that money to the church. We did a show on this about a month ago, and it exposed why we thought it was just a terrible thing that he was or taking them out of their life savings. Here's Lord Rael in his own words.
And it may very well be your last. And to my faithful children, you are why I have returned.
Oh my God!
You are the reason.
I somehow accidentally. I started that at the perfect place. That was so good. That was.
I love how everything's dramatic and Shakespearean.
He sounds like
Gandalf.
He sounds like a really, really bad D&D dungeon master. Like the guy who's up at the front. And then you come across a wizard, and the wizard looks down on you and says, "My child, I shall bestow upon you a curse of lifting." I don't know what it was.
We should all talk like this forever. This should be the way that we do shows, Jimmy.
Can you imagine if Jesus spoke that way? Fucking. And then I said, "Verily, unto you." He doesn't even look that. I look more like Jesus than this fool.
The thing is,
well,
though,
actually, I look more like Jesus than any of you guys look like Jesus. I'm actually Middle Eastern.
Well, there's that.
He watched the show, right? And he wasn't happy. So he has like a I guess a board, but they're not really a board. They're like his emissaries. They're his closest companions, his followers, and Angelus Domini or something like that is one of their names. Really big in that community. But Lord Rael has sent him to the show tomorrow to clear up some of the wrongs that we committed, the things that we got really wrong. So we sent a list of he asked for 10 questions. We came up with 10 questions in a Patreon hangout. We got all of our Patreons together, and we came up with 10 questions. I sent those to his emissary, and the response I got was, I'm going to do it in his voice. "How do you expect us to answer all of these questions when there are souls that are dying and need saving out there in the world? We can't be bothered with your comical show when there are souls to be saved. Meanwhile,
You're not dramatic enough.
For the questions.
Let me try. Meanwhile, we'll take the time to answer the questions." It sounds like if you took Morgan Freeman, kicked him in the nuts a bunch of times. That's pretty much it. "Meanwhile, and then the penguins made their way to the South Pole, where they were met."
It's kind of like an old gangster too, you know. See.
Yeah. Let's listen to some more.
I have left the bliss of my Father's heaven to establish a new and everlasting heaven for you.
Can you imagine the people who do get rock hard listening to him, though?
No, I can't.
Just, yeah,
absolutely not.
Give me that new heaven, Daddy. Also, the Golden Nuns are coming up. Where's the links to that? Yeah. People, go and vote for my channel for Best New Atheist Channel.
You can go to tinyurl.com/goldennuns, and it will take you straight away there. You can look in the description of this video and Jimmy's video, and go vote for him. I've said this several times. You cannot vote for our show. Our show is winning in the Best New Channel. That can't happen. We can't win our own. We appreciate it. We can't win our own award show. So
I'm putting the links to the Golden Nuns. I'm replacing the Discord link now. That is not correct, but shit. I'll just manually type it.
Jim Riley says, "Give me that new heaven, Daddy." That sounds hot.
That's what I just said. Give me that new heaven, Daddy. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I like when people quote me. What was that? tinyurl.com. I was going to make a joke about how Steve quotes himself, and then I decided not to, so then I just sounded like an asshole. tinyurl.com/golden nuns.
Yeah.
Cool. Not the golden nuns.
Golden nuns.
Cool. Go vote for me for, I don't know why, but I want to win that best new atheist channel. Give you all that and that. Oh.
All right.
It won't
This
let
was
me
fun.
post it for some reason. Yeah. Thank you all for joining. Well, Kyle and I will see you again for Ad Homies on Saturday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, so 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to be making fun of hillbillies. So, right? Is that what we're doing? Rednecks?
My people. My people.
Yeah. Yeah. I've lived down
So
there before.
get your Dale Earnhardt hats, your wife beaters, and your fanny packs ready because we're going to throw down.
Also, this episode has already been demonetized over on my channel, which is just fun. Make sure you smash that like button, though. And somebody wrote, I like when people quote me, and then they, in quotations with the mark Jimmy next to it. That's pretty funny. Thank you,
Nice.
Mikhail. I'm going to try again. I don't know why it doesn't.
My chat says that they love you, even though I have better hair.
Well, it's okay that they're lying if they're saying you have better hair. All right, I don't know why I can't put it. The link's in the description. Go vote on the Golden Nuns. Ida, well, Kyle, did you have anything else? And then I was going to let Ida finish with something else she's thankful for.
California love is what I would say.
All right. I love Katy Perry.
They know how to party. They know how to party.
All right, go ahead,
They know
Ida.
how to party. In the city of LA.
California.
I'm thankful that less people are throwing trash into the ocean, and I'm hoping that the trend will continue. Recycle, guys. Don't kill the fish. Really pretty down there. You should go diving.
And you have to now pick once and for all. This is your last chance. Whose roadie are you at the end of the day?
I'm gonna have
It's
to
okay.
be Jimmy's. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Do you see how she didn't want to do that? So I can read in between the lines.
I think she was just thinking it through and then realized there was an obvious choice.
The fact that she was thinking, still, you're a winner for me. So, good job.
I'm going to
Jimmy's
keep playing your
too good of a
intros muted. What'd you say there, Ida?
You're just too good of a person. I can't not pick you.
Good person.
Is
What the
there
hell
a
are you
different
smoking?
Jimmy behind me? What's
What the hell
Well,
are you
compare it to
smoking?
me. Like, you're definitely more of an SJW than I am.
Oh, that's what a good person is now? That's how we're defining it? All right.
Oh, I
No,
love
that's
you.
enough of that. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Fuck you all. Like and subscribe.